getting back into the team, nurturing back into the team because of his injury record. And I think he's been waiting for games like this to really introduce Powell to 90 minutes. But even if he doesn't have 90 minutes, he will have a great start, an influential start to the game. And you want to start off well in this kind of game, and Alex Pattison is that kind of player. He could get you a goal, he'll get you up the pitch, he'll carry the ball, he'll be strong in the tackle and aggressive, and alongside match power, I think this is as strong as Bradford City's midfield 2 could be in a game like this.
Look at that cop end, absolutely fantastic already. Still a few people to get into seats over there, but a good chunk of that stand is already full. The flags are flying high, the chants are going, the atmosphere still building inside Valley Parade. Less than 15 minutes until kick-off in the derby against Huddersfield Town. It is ramping up as this atmosphere. Do keep getting in touch as well with us on BBC Radio Leeds. David has been in touch on WhatsApp on 08000 321 333. David says, cracking atmosphere already here. Unfortunate that Humphreys is ill, but hope the game is won before Cook gets on for a run out later on. This is Swan's big chance as well up top. A couple of goals and a return to form for Pattison, and I think we'll do all right. The new defence will need to be alert though. No silly early goals, so Town can play with 10 at the back. That's from David on WhatsApp. Thank you for your message ahead of this game, David, today. As we say, we're building up to kick-off between Bradford City and Huddersfield Town on BBC Radio Leeds 92.4 FM. Nathan Clark is here. We've seen Philippe Moraes as well just a bit earlier on up in the press box. The good and the great of both Bradford City and Huddersfield Town in attendance for this one, and absolutely why wouldn't they be? They know how big this game is this afternoon. Well, one of the many interesting subplots, we've referenced it already going into the derby today, is that of the two managers. Graham Alexander and Huddersfield Town boss Leigh Grant were teammates at Burnley only for one season, which was Alexander's last one, where he was also captain of the Clarets. Well, we spoke to Leigh Grant this week as well, the Huddersfield Town boss, and asked him what it was like sharing a dressing room with his counterpart today.
One of my most lasting memories of Graham was not necessarily how he was as a bloke, or because he was a real. You've got to be a solid human to have the career he had and be captain and do what he did. But my lasting memory of Graham was the programme when he made his 1,000th appearance and looking through all of the squad photos he's had, so that the profile pictures he's had throughout the years, right from back when I think he was 18 or 19 when he made his debut, and literally hadn't missed a game since. And they printed in a double-page spread in the matchday programme every single picture of him, and it was just awe-inspiring, really, to see his progression through all of these pictures and turned into the grizzled old character that he's turned into by the time I was playing with him. But giving him the guard of honour out onto the pitch that day, and he's making his 1,000th appearance is an incredible achievement, and blew me away, really, because having made one or two appearances myself and getting absolutely nowhere near 1,000, and the work that it took to get to where I got, and then I've seen other lads make 700 and 800, and that's really difficult to do. So I think it's testament to the sort of character he is, sort of bloke he is, and hence why it doesn't really surprise me when I see his team playing, performing, and getting after it in the way they do.
What do you make to the job he's done there? Because he's really turned Bradford City around. And what you just said about him, we speak to him a lot at BBC Radio Leeds, and those kind of characteristics seem like they transcend from the man into his teams. What have you made to his job at Bradford?
I just really enjoyed the way they got it over the line last year. I thought that was really good and really stuck at it. And incredible job, if I'm being honest. Somebody, sort of one of those clubs in a dynamic where it was talked about of, if only someone was able to get this place bouncing, if only, and delighted for Graham that he's gone in there and executed and done what he's done. Not entirely surprised that he's managed to maintain his standards across this season as well. I think some of his recruitment's been really shrewd. So there's
teammates alongside Graham Alexander. We are building up to the derby here at Valley Parade. The subs of Bradford City have just made their way down the touchline. Andy Cook at the front of them. George Lapslie now just coming down from the tunnel to make his way to the dugout down in front of us. Andy, we briefly spoke earlier about these two managers, and you know it's an interesting subplot, isn't it? Two former teammates coming up against each other in this rivalry, right at the heart of it as well. We even thought on BBC Radio Leeds from West Yorkshire point of view, well, we had Michael Duff in charge of Huddersfield Town not too long ago, again another former teammate of Graham Alexander. Funny how it all sort of falls in that way. There were lots of niceties in the week between the pair of them, very complimentary about each other. It'll be a different story perhaps when they're on opposing sides of the dugout.
Yeah, it certainly will, and I think once you play with each other in a team, you get to know the characters of those people involved, and Leigh and Graham Alexander are two players that are now managers that will really want to establish themselves with their teams and have them playing a pretty football, but a winning football, and today is about winning. Nobody will be interested in if they play nice and pretty football. They'll just want to make sure their team gives a good account of themselves. And I think Graham Alexander here at Valley Parade is really confident because the fans have given him that confidence.
Both sides, or both respective sets of fans, I should say, going at each other already. There was the chant of bring on the Bantams from the Cup to our left-hand side just a moment ago. And what a day we've got, by the way, as well, for a game of football, for this game of football in particular. Some beating down on BD8 this afternoon. What an afternoon we've got in store as well on BBC Radio Leeds. Just a few minutes until kick-off. There's the little mascots out there, all with Bradford City flags, with a forming a guard of honour in front of the tunnel, awaiting the arrival of these two sides onto the pitch. Andy, Andy's just saying hello to a few people behind us. Leon Price is actually behind us as well, former Bradford Bull Rugby League player as well, legend of the 13-man rugby code. Andy, how do Bradford City approach this game then? Will they need to be flying from the start?
Yeah, they need to get off to a great start, the Bradford City boys, and that's what they've done really well here at Valley Parade. If they can continue on that bone, but listen to this. All the City fans are up on their feet. Take me home. This is the way we want to be, and
look at the
this is our house. This is our Bradford City. This is what we want to see. This is what we want to hear. This is why we got promoted. This is what it's all about. We're going up, and now we're up. We want to show what we're all about.
Days like this, Andy, must bring back the memories for you.
Oh yeah, this is
a place like this.
Oh, I remember it. And this is why I believe this club is destined to go on to bigger and better things, because we've had times of indifference, and then we've had times of promotion, which I was part of, and then we went up to Championship, and that was another level, and then of course 2 years later they were in the Premiership. So this is what this house is built on, this solid fan base, and this is the reason why Bradford City is such a wonderful club to play for.
Take Me Home Midland Road rings around Valley Parade as we build up to the derby. Again, just listen to that. The Cop leading the chants, but the main stand here that we're housed in, the Bradford City section of the Midland Road stand as well, in fine voice this afternoon as the two sides emerge from the tunnel down to our right. Listen to that as well, listen to that noise. Derby Day is back at Valley Parade, third against fifth in this contest. The Bantams against the Terriers. Andy Kawomya's giddy. There's plenty of giddy people inside this stadium. For 90 minutes, it's West Yorkshire side against West Yorkshire side. Your Bradford City sided coverage in just a moment's time. Ahead of kick-off in just a few moments. The two sides make their way out onto the pitch. I'll hand you over to your Bradford City commentary team, former City winger and promotion winner Andy Kawomya, and your Bradford City commentator, Jamie Rayner.
Every Bradford City game.
BBC Radio Leeds.
West Yorkshire Sport. Live.
Thank you, Jack. An atmosphere to make the hairs stand on the back of your neck. Quite a remarkable noise and crescendo for these two teams to walk out to here at a sun-drenched Valley Parade. The West Yorkshire derby is back for the first time in near 19 years. Bradford City play host to Huddersfield Town, a League One fixture that has more than just 3 points riding on it. Yes, bragging rights are thrown into the mix, but there is no love lost between these two teams, and it has taken so long for them to finally meet at the same level since that rather eventful affair in 2006. Both teams have gone on different trajectories. Bradford City have been in the basement division for far too long of their existence, but amidst all that, a League Cup final in 2013 and a promotion to boot. For Huddersfield Town, they went into the dizzy heights of the Premier League for a couple of years, quite like Bradford City 25 years ago. But now they meet as equals, Andy Kiwomya. And it's a game, it's a fixture, it's a date, Saturday the 13th of September, that we've been looking forward to ever since those League One fixtures were released. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Jamie. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Derby Day. West Yorkshire Derby. Bradford City versus Huddersfield Town. You can hear the Bradford City fans, and the City roar is in full effect.
Well, the battle has already started, and we've not seen the referee get the game underway. There has been the to and fro from the home end and the away end out towards our right-hand side. 2,800 Huddersfield Town supporters have made the journey here to BDA. And that is the soundtrack that we've waited so long to hear. Graham Alexander, well, he's made 3 changes from that Yorkshire derby last Saturday, which somewhat undermines the meaning of this one, given the occasion and the grandeur that we've been greeted with this Saturday lunchtime. 3 changes see Matthew Pennington, Tyreik, Wright and Alex Pattison come into the 11. Joe Wright and Curtis Tilt drop out of the matchday squad. Tommy Leigh goes to the bench. Andy Cook makes his first league inclusion in a matchday squad since New Year's Day up at Barrow when he suffered that ACL injury. And we are just moments away from kick-off. Bradford City in their traditional home colours, claret and amber striped shirt, black shorts and black socks. Huddersfield Town in their blue and white shirt with blue shorts and blue socks. The Bantams will be attacking the Bradford end, where the Huddersfield Town supporters are home in this first half, and we are underway. It's a bear pit of an atmosphere here at Valley Parade. All the talking, all the build-up, that's now complete. This game of football is upon us. City line up with Sam Walker in goal. A back 3 of Matthew Pennington, Aden, Baldwin and Ibou Touray. Midfield 4 of Josh Neufville, Max Powell, Alex Pattison and Tyreik Wright. And then a front 3 of Antoni, Sarcevic and Bobby Pointon either side of Will Swan. 2 changes for Leigh Grant's Huddersfield Town as Powell releases Swan up the left channel. Swan racing forward into the final third, now up against Joe Lowe. Steps away from the challenge, gives it back down the line for Tyreik Wright. Wright looking to open up space for the cross, checks back, feeds it back down the line for Powell. Left-footed cross, Sarcevic sandwiched between 4 Town players. His touch takes it to Alfie May. He is then clobbered to the floor by an early Max Power challenge inside a minute. It's a free kick, Huddersfield Town at the midway point of their own half, right of centre, and this game has already got a buzz about it. Andy Kiwomya. Yeah,
it's good play from Bradford City, getting the ball wide to Tyreik Wright. Should have put it in the box, but Max Power just mopping up when he lost the ball.
Quick to point out that if you're tuning in and wanting Huddersfield Town coverage, then I implore you to head the way of our DAB frequencies and Freeview TV channel 711. We make no apologies for on FM being pro Bradford City to a degree in this West Yorkshire derby. Our friends and colleagues Matthew Glennon and Paul Ogden sitting behind us are on DAB for Huddersfield Town coverage as Castledine lifts one over the top for Alfie May to latch onto, but Tyreik Wright gets back to defend, shoulder barges the Town front man, knocks him off his stride, shepherds the ball out, City goal kick.
Yeah, Tyreik Wright's going to be important down that left-hand side because he's covering for Ibou Touray. He's got to make sure they don't double up on him on that side, and Touray playing the wide of the 3 centre halves.
Town's team 2 changes from their last league outing, which was a 3-2 home victory against Peterborough United. They sit 3rd in the table currently, with Bradford City 5th. 5 wins and 2 defeats from their 7 games. Nicholls starts in goal. Lasse Sorensen, Joe Lowe, Murray Wallace and Sean Ruben are their back four from right to left. Ryan Ledson captains the side with Herbie Kane next to him in the midfield. Marcus Harness on the right, Ruben Roosken on the left. Leo Castledine in the 10 position. Joe Taylor leading the line with 5 goals already this season in all competitions, 2 of which in the league. It's back at the feet of the all-pink Leigh Nicholls, and he passes out from the back. Herbie Kane receives it. Alex Pattison charges into the challenge. It's a stray ball from Kane. It's straight to Wright. Power through, looking for Sarcevic, but it bypasses City's number 10. And now Huddersfield Town can counter. Castledine releasing Roosken on the left side. Roosken takes it into City's half. Midway point now, up towards the final third. Roosken back to Castledine. Neufville defending. Castledine met by the challenge of Neufville. And it's been given as a free kick to Huddersfield Town. Neufville claims he won the ball cleanly. He even ushered Castledine to get back up to his feet. Free kick in a wide left attacking position. The referee this afternoon, Scott Oldham.
Yeah, soft free kick that I felt. You know, Neufville didn't do anything wrong. He got the ball, he seemed, but again, the referee has given Huddersfield Town a wide free kick in quite a dangerous area.
3 minutes into this West Yorkshire derby on BBC Radio Leeds FM. Bradford City 0, Huddersfield Town 0. Lee Grant watches on as his side have this attacking free kick. Roosken leaves it for the right foot of Kane, whipped in towards the near post, lifted high up into the air and cleared further out of the box by Antoni Sarcevic, but Town looked to put it back in the mix zone. Touray then crashes that one away. That will land in about row E of the Midland Road stand. A City fan tries to head the ball. In his attempt, nearly fell over and out of his seat. It will be Huddersfield Town throw far side there, right. Sorensen, the Dane, will take. Bobby Pointon marshalling Herbie Kane. Blue skies above with a smattering of white clouds. We've had lovely sunshine as Harness on the half turn drills it towards Roosken. Kills the ball dead, gives it to Castledine. There's the 1-2. In behind Neufville, who blocks the Roosken cross, and it's a corner. Huddersfield Town, who started brightly. That draws a round of applause from their boss, Lee Grant.
Yeah, good play from Huddersfield Town, just playing a 1-2 in and around the box. But Bradford City defending well, got players back in numbers and quite comfortably handling whatever Huddersfield are throwing at them at this moment in time.
A sea of striped claret and amber behind the goal in which City defend. Towering Kop, full of voice, full of enthusiasm, as they watch this Huddersfield Town corner come in from the left side. Herbie Kane, right-footed, in-swing, near post, it's poor. And it's volleyed away on the side foot by Sarcevic. Loose touch from Sorensen. Pattison chases after him and nearly catches Sorensen out, which was well described by my good friend Andy Kwame to my right side.
Wanted Alex Pattison just to get onto it. It seemed like it was short.
Baldwin forward for Swan, who's in an offside position. Castledine, who's seeing a lot of space in that number 10 role, feeds it into the path of Roosken on this left side. Danger here for City. Back to Castledine on the angle, looks to squeeze through a shot. Baldwin makes the challenge. He claims the final touch came off Castledine, as do about 5,000 City fans in that Kop. It's a corner. Huddersfield Town, their second of the game. 5 minutes gone, 0-0.
What a tackle from Aden Baldwin. He got back there and stretched his legs out just to divert that ball for a corner, but it's not over yet. Bradford City need to defend it well.
The first corner wasn't up to much from Herbie Kane. He will be looking to provide a better quality. An array of players in white, marshalled by those in claret and amber at the back post. There's a cluster there. Kane goes near post again, and again it's poor. This time half volleyed away by Antoni Sarcevic. Sorensen looks to head it back into the penalty area, but to no avail. Comfortably bouncing out of play, and it will be a Bradford City goal kick. We are 6 minutes into this tantalising West Yorkshire derby here on BBC Radio Leeds. As I say, Town coverage on DAB, City coverage right here on FM, as well as Bantams TV. We are 6 minutes into this game, as I say, Andy Kwame. Thoughts and feelings on what we've seen thus far in the occasion as a whole?
Yeah, the occasion's not disappointed so far, but I just feel that I've plenty of the ball, but not done anything with it. 2 poor corners from Herbie Kane.
Baldwin, lovely drop of the shoulder to just take it past Castledine, but then his drilled ball up towards Swan is swept up by Murray Wallace, and Sorensen has it in the right back position for the all-white of Town. There's the 1-2 with Ledson, back to Lowe, the former Wycombe defender brought in during the summer window. Powell rising high to cut out his forward ball to May. And it's at the feet of Touray, who gives it straight to Roosken. This is danger for City. Roosken through for Harness. Harness into the box. And getting back with Tyreik. Wright nicks the ball off Harness as he's ready to pull the trigger. It will be a third Huddersfield Town corner with Bradford City on the back foot in the early stages of this derby. 7 minutes gone, 0-0.
Tyreik Wright is going to be so important on that left-hand side. He has done it twice now. He's covered round and helped the defence out to stop Huddersfield on the counter-attack.
Corner will be from the right this time as we look out towards our left with the Kop arcing over us. The short option is Herbie Kane. Roosken, left-footed, is ready to take. There's
pushing on the keeper.
A break or a pause because Scott Oldham has just gone over to have a brief word with Aden Baldwin and Joe Lowe within the vicinity of Sam Walker on his goal line.
He's grabbing him. He's grabbing, that's what the fuss is about. I can't see what number it is, but he's grabbing Sam Walker.
Roosken, decent ball whipped in there. And Neufville heads it away only as far as Lowe. That's a brilliant effort. It was Ledson who pulled the trigger on the half volley first time. And his reaction tells you, with a puff of the cheeks, how close that was to nestling into the top left-hand corner of Sam Walker's goal. First sighter in this West Yorkshire derby, and it goes the way of Huddersfield Town.
What a strike. He was so close. We couldn't see from where we were if it was in or not. It was great, certainly a great strike from the edge of the box.
Sam Walker was just a passenger as he watched that shot fly past his goal. And as Pointon loses out the 50-50, Ledson gives it to Kane. Neufville slides into the challenge and he catches Kane. Comes away in anguish with pain. But Neufville again reaching to try and cut out these through balls that Huddersfield Town are administering at a great rate at the moment. City defending, not seen much of the ball. As the throw from Ruben is straight into the box. May brings it down really well, and he goes for the cutback. Harness was the only man in white to aim at, and the trailing leg of a City defender turns it behind for a fourth Huddersfield Town corner inside 10 minutes, 0-0.
They've certainly started brightly at Huddersfield Town. They have had 4 corners, and Bradford City just coming to terms with this bright start.
Corner again will be from the left side. Herbie Kane standing over this. It's a right-footed in-swinger, near post again. He's finally found his man, Wallace. But a City head again directs it past the post and out of play. And Town with their 5th corner already. We've seen differing positions from Town in the box. We've seen clusters. Now they're spread out across the penalty area. Herbie Kane with the delivery. He goes back post deep, and it's just about smothered by Sam Walker. Now he spills it, but Pointon looks to race away with it on the counter as it comes out of the box at some pace. Sam Walker wanted a foul there. It never came. It's back at the feet of his counterpart Nicholls, who drills it out towards that far side, the Town right, but it's over the head of the diminutive Joe Taylor, and it's out for a Bradford City throw.
It's important that Bradford City do not get complacent. They've got to stay focused in this game, because at the moment they've not had much of the ball, and they're just trying to settle into the game, because it's been all Huddersfield Town in the early stages of this.
All the talk coming into this game was how fast Bradford City start games and how slow Town have been so far this season in their first few minutes of a fixture. And it looks like the City get themselves a free kick, but it's halted for a foul on Pointon. But City were on the counter, they were attacking with Pattison, and that was why there was so much dismay and frustration. To go back to my previous point, it looks like Town have looked to try and start this game quickly to counter that fast and routine start that we've seen from City. Roosken there with a poor pass, and it's straight to Power. Touray, Baldwin, put under pressure by Joe Taylor. And Taylor blocks the out ball from Baldwin. It ricochets out for a Bradford City throw. Near side there, right. Breathless opening 11 minutes of this West Yorkshire derby. It's 0-0. Pennington looks forward. He sees the run of Swan, and he accepts the invitation because Swan slipped in behind. He's got the pace on Wallace. Tries to touch past him. Wallace held his ground. Good balance from the wily old fox at the back. Oh, Baldwin, that's a terrible touch. Straight to Roosken. And Powell will side it away and spare Baldwin his blushes. Baldwin needs to get his head in the game. at the moment as Sarcevic blocks Wallace's ball. It goes out for a Town goal kick. So often we see Baldwin with these mistakes, Andy Kiwami.
Yeah, what they're doing though, I've got to say, Jamie, that Huddersfield Town have adopted the same press that Doncaster Rovers adopted last week, and that's why they're being able to pounce on any of the loose balls that the defence are giving into the midfield.
Town are definitely on top at the moment. There's no two ways about it. 12.5 minutes gone, 0-0. And I thought exactly the same thing, Andy Cormier, when you said that. The Doncaster Rovers press, it almost looks like a carbon copy. Pennington steps out well and intercepts the pass from Harness that was aimed for Castledine. Sarcevic works it forward for Neufville now as Bradford City look to attack. He steps through Ruben, and then Roosken drags him to the floor there. He knew what he was doing, Ruben Roosken, and he goes into the referee's book. Yellow card. Neufville had him for pace, and it will be a free kick, Bradford City, just outside the right edge of Huddersfield Town's penalty area, and a rare foray into their final third.
Yeah, wonderful break, wasn't it? Antoni Sarcevic gives the ball to Neufville, and Neufville gets up the field. He's got three players around him, Mainst. He's done really well there in that position because he had to bide his time to beat all three of the players.
Stunning atmosphere here at Valley Parade. You wouldn't bet against it getting any louder, particularly if Bradford City find themselves a goal with this chance. 13.5 minutes gone on BBC Radio Leeds FM. Bradford City 0, Huddersfield Town 0. There's a one-man wall of Leo Castledine. Max Power standing over this set piece. Left arm raised, right-footed in-swinger. Pennington attacked it. Final touch is that of the City defender, despite the protests from the home support that it came off a Town man last, and it will be a goal kick for the visitors. Andy Kiwami.
Yeah, good play from Josh Neufville, and then a great ball into the box, but they were unable to capitalise on it. It's Huddersfield Town just playing out from the back right now, and Bradford City need to adopt a better press, not allowing them to play the ball into this midfield and come up the field quite as easily.
They've been so good at pressing, Bradford City, but Town at the moment standing up to that challenge of, as you say, playing out from the back. Harness goes infield. Kane switches the play with a lovely angled ball over the top to release Roosken. Left side now. Neufville comes to meet him. Roosken into the box. Roosken put to the floor by Neufville. It was a brave challenge inside the penalty area. And you might say that he did well there, Josh Neufville, because any contact, that could have quite easily been a penalty, Andy Kiwami.
Brilliant. One-on-one. Neufville doing what he needs to do and really making it very, very difficult for Ruben Roosken.
Kane outside of the right-booted pass towards Harness. He steps away from right, slips it through. Taylor into the box. Oh, it's off the crossbar. Baldwin with the challenge. That looped it onto the bar. Sam Walker was just a passenger in that moment. You fancied Taylor right-footed. Baldwin with a strong recovery challenge, but City opened up their corner Town.
Yeah, they've got men over on the wide of Huddersfield Town, and Bradford City haven't come to terms with this formation that Huddersfield Town are playing. They've really got to make sure that they get their players back in position quicker rather than later.
Andy Cook's just come out to warm up as Town take this corner. Kane whips it in. Cluster of players inside the 6-yard area as Walker punches the ball away through them. And Pattison rides the challenge of Harness. Pattison now all alone, waits for support, bursting forward. Sorensen comes to meet and gets the challenge in. It will, though, be a Bradford City throw on this right side. He's carried it the length of the pitch, and now they're in an attacking position.
That's what Alex Pattison brings to this team. He gets Bradford City up the field and he gets them wide and gets them playing. That's excellent from Alex Pattison.
If this game needed a subplot, there it is. Andy Cook out warming up. That's just given the home fans something to cheer about. City with the ball. Baldwin just in from the halfway line. Squares it left now, Touray. Far side the City left, Wright receives the pass. Steps into the Sorensen challenge, rides it, gives it back to Touray on the halfway line. Touray back to Baldwin. Pennington has dropped deep out towards this right side, as has Power. Power goes in field for Sarcevic. Town aren't giving City a moment's peace when they've got the ball. Baldwin for Touray. Touray through for Pointon. Pointon on the halfway line, back to Wright on the left side. Wright then gives it to Touray. Best spell of possession City have seen so far. 16 gone 0-0. Baldwin then goes for the crossfield angled pass that picks out Neufville with aplomb. Neufville back down the line on this near right side. Pennington, Power, around the corner for Sarcevic. Click in for Neufville. Neufville breaks into the box, gives it to Swan.
It just had to be one of their own in the West Yorkshire derby. Bobby Pointon inside the 6-yard area gives Bradford City the lead against Huddersfield Town. That is the script. He is the star, and that is the goal that gives us lift off at Valley Parade. First blood, claret and amber. 1-0 after 17 minutes.
It was a wonderful interchange of passing. It was into midfield, round the corner, and then a little flick into Neufville. Neufville into Swan. Swan to the waiting. Bobby Pointon for Pointon to the slide into the empty net from 3-4 yards. What a finish from Pointon, but what a wonderful play from Bradford City.
They cut open Huddersfield Town like knife through butter. It was exquisite play. The ball in behind, the flick round the corner from Sarcevic. Neufville then into the box, gave it to Swan, and on a plate, Bobby Pointon slides it past Leigh Nicholls. A boy from Lowmore, absolutely loving his Bradford City career. He's living the dreams of near 20,000 City fans inside this ground. It's a remarkable story. It just had to be him.
I'm loving how the script is started off at Valley Parade this morning. It's really great to see one of Bradford City's players from the city score the opening goal in this West Yorkshire derby.
What an amazing atmosphere. A crescendo of noise. It's exactly what this West Yorkshire derby needed. And the scripts just keep coming this season for Bradford City. And he went straight over to the town fans and celebrated in front of them, like you'd expect. City 1, Town 0. This West Yorkshire derby has just found a new gear, as has Graham Alexander, absolutely bellowing at max power. Quick throw taken by Town. Baldwin leaning over Joe Taylor, heading out of play. It will be a Huddersfield Town throw near side the left. Well, Town's record away from home in the league hasn't been great so far this season. They won their first game at Reading 2-0, but since then 3-2 defeat at Blackpool, 3-1 loss at Barnsley. They've got another corner. Huddersfield Town, by my count, that's their 7th.
Yeah. But we've got the goal that counts, and that's what matters right now. What a game. Goals change games. It was all Huddersfield Town at the beginning, but that goal has just turned this game on its head, and that goal from Bobby Pointon is exactly what the Bradford City fans wanted to see.
Well, there's just a break in play at the moment. Pointon standing too close to the corner, which has been played short, and they'll have to play it again. Scott Oldham, he was the man in the middle, actually, for Bradford City's EFL Trophy semi-final loss at Birmingham last season, you remember, as Ledson looks to create a pocket of space at the near post when he makes his run. Kane standing over this corner left side, whips in a high, deep ball that Sam Walker comfortably plucks from the air. Leigh Grant with a wry look to his bench in frustration. The long-sleeve grey polo on, arms folded. Former Burnley teammates Leigh Grant and Graham Alexander. In fact, Alexander was his captain in the 2010-2011 season. Certain Michael Duff was in their ranks as well. Former Town head coach of last season. Touray racing forward on the far left channel for Bradford City, who lead Huddersfield Town by a goal to 0 on BBC Radio Leeds FM, courtesy of young Bobby Pointon. Max power. Crossfield ball. It's inch perfect as Neufville brings it down.
Got to get at Ruben. They've got to get at Ruben.
Against Roosken. Neufville. He's got the pace. He's got the legs. He drives to the byline. Cuts it in. Swan waits. It's stabbed away by Ledson. Power heads it up into the air. Not once, but twice. But that's straight to Harness. And now that could create a chance for Town on the right side. But it's a poor, wasteful ball by Marcus Harness. And Baldwin will pick it up safely. Far side the Bradford City left with 21 minutes gone. Powell again wants to go for that crossfield ball. He's just hit the backside of the referee, and that's broke for Pattison, but there will be an intervention from the man in the middle, as Powell didn't quite get that crossfield ball for Neufville right. Roosken's got a job on his hand, hasn't he, on this left side for Huddersfield Town, because Neufville, as we saw with the goal alone, is causing real issues.
Yeah, I really believe that Ruben and Roosken are struggling on this side of the pitch with Neufville, Josh Neufville.
Pointon, Tyreik Wright, Swan takes over just outside the town box. Clatters harness to the floor, play continues. Touray whips it in, not really that many to aim at. Swan will hit it first time! And the half-volleyed effort scurries through a sea of players, and Leigh Nicholls is down to his left-hand side to provide the save.
Yeah, it was a good shot from Swan, but equally easy save for Nicholls. But again, Bradford City, since the goal, have really pressed high to really stop this Huddersfield Town team playing out from the back.
Pattison not giving Herbie Kane a moment's peace. Just foul the Town midfielder, but you can see why Pattison's been brought in over Leigh, can't you? The energy that he brings to that midfield line.
Yeah, so I really believe that this midfield in Pattison and Max Power is the strongest that Bradford City can put out, and we're seeing why in games like this.
Opens up for Castledine now, 35 yards out, spreads it out towards the right side. Sorensen, first time cross. Touray turns it behind with his right boot off balance, leaning back, and it will be an 8th Huddersfield Town corner.
We are an attacking threat on the left-hand side, but what we're finding is that Huddersfield Town can get out on that side. On their right-hand side, they're coming with an overload, and there's going to be a number of occasions in this game where we're going to have to sort that out.
Well, it's on that left-hand side defensively for Bradford City, right-hand side from an attacking sense in Huddersfield Town's, where this corner will come from. In front of the Kop, left-footed in-swinger, Roosken's delivery, back post is Neufville to cushion it away, volleyed. Sorensen picks up the loose ball, but there's a man down, and it's Tyreik Wright with both hands to his head, laid on his back, knees in the air, with Sam Walker leaning over him inside the 6-yard area. Sam Walker suggesting that it isn't too bad. Scott Oldham, the referee, ushering on medical assistance in the form of Bobby Scarborough, and we will have a break in play during this electric West Yorkshire derby at Valley Parade. BBC Radio Leeds FM. DAB is where you'll find our Huddersfield Town coverage, with Paul Ogden and Matthew Clennon about 5 rows behind us here in the press box. So far, Andy Kiwomya, your thoughts on the opening quarter of this game?
Yeah, I thought that Huddersfield started the game brightly, and we're really taking it to Bradford City, and Bradford City were just trying to absorb their sustained pressure that Huddersfield were putting them under. But like you said, Jamie, in commentary, what a goal. A knife through butter perfectly describes how Bradford City cut open Huddersfield Town and created a moment that of breathtaking skill that really put Huddersfield to the sword and got the opening goal. And since then, Bradford City have settled down and now seem to be in control, or better control, of this game.
It was like a cacophony of quality, wasn't it? The way that it was just built, 1, 2, 3, 4, first touch passing. That kind of quality. We've spoken about the quality of Bradford City out of possession. In possession they've been good, but they haven't shown that level of quality in possession where it was just inch perfect. The weight of the passes, the quick nature, the first time passing nature of the move to open up the space. The Sarcevic flick around the corner to create the space for Neufville, who then just popped it into the path of Swan, and then he had the presence of mind, with 6 goals to his name, to not shoot from that position. As Kane puts it through for Castledine. Castledine lays it off for Harness. That was a very quick free kick, and City, wow, Neufville with his clearance has just whacked the ball from point-blank range into the face of Alex Pattison. You might have even heard that on our effects mic.
Yeah, he was trying to clear it, wasn't he, Jamie?
That might have knocked him out cold. And there's a bit of concern now for Alex Pattison.
Let's go back to that free kick, though, Jamie. As the ball was... Bradford City weren't ready for that free kick, and it mainly allowed Huddersfield Town, the referee, as soon as he told them he could play it, they just played forward and nearly broke on Bradford City really quickly into the box.
Let's hope Alex Pattison's okay at the moment. He's got Bobby Scarborough and the other City medic over him. I can tell you that he's moving his right leg up into the air, which is good news At first, Andy, I've got to say I was really fearful because his arm was just strewn out on the floor to suggest that he was knocked out cold.
I felt that he just hit him full in the face, and I think the shock of the ball hitting you in the face sometimes when you're on the pitch, it's just like, oh, I'm just going to sit here for a minute or lay here for a minute and just observe,
gather my thoughts
and try and work out where is the real pain. You know, is it phiscal?
What day is it?
Yeah, literally.
Genuinely,
literally, yeah.
I mean, the power of Neufville's clearance was straight into Pattison's face, who was a bystander, really. And let's hope that he's okay, Alex Pattison, because, as we've already outlined in this first half, he has been that injection of energy that you might say at times has been lacking from City's midfield. You felt that they were lacking that at Doncaster in the first half. Yeah,
he's a key player for Bradford City, Alex Pattison, and you can see why in this game. You know, there's only fine margins when you get into levels in this division and the division above, and what you're seeing is somebody who can demonstrate his passing and his ability every time he goes onto the pitch. But we know why he's not really ever present, because sometimes injury doesn't allow him to be available.
And his style of play, the way he plays, it almost invites the injury, so to speak, because he has that bolt-like approach where he, from a standing start, can just take off, but that must put the leg muscles in particular under some immense strain.
Power.
Yeah.
That's
explosive power.
Yeah, he's so explosive that you see it in the movements that he makes, and when you're at top gear, it's very, very fine-tuning as an athlete, as a player, and sometimes, you know, you can just tweak something, and especially if it's been a recurrence injury.
Well, the current issue is continuing to be resolved. He's sitting upright now, Alex Pattison, and he's helped back up to his feet. And they've gone through the necessary checks. You can see them very methodically moving his head from right to left. There's a round of applause for him as well. Whether or not this is going to conclude his afternoon, it probably is. Tommy Leigh is out and ready to come on. I think there's a reluctance to leave the field of play for Alex Pattison.
That's got to be concussion protocol, hasn't it?
Yeah, you can see by his face that he doesn't want to come off, but sometimes you've got to go with the medical advice. That has to take precedent. I'm sure there's a reluctance from everybody to bring him off, but such was the velocity in which that ball was struck into his face. That is his afternoon complete, and Tommy Leigh takes his place.
Well, he's left the field with Bradford City leading this game 1-0, and now whoever comes onto the pitch, every player needs to play their part anyway.
What they lose maybe in pace and energy, they make up for in height and aerial presence with the change of Tommy Leigh. Now inside the box, they're defending this corner for Huddersfield Town, near side the left. City 1, Town 0, Bobby Pointon's goal separating the two sides in this derby. As it is sent into the penalty area, left-footed outswing, it's a poor ball. Max Powell brings it under control. He's the lone figure at the moment in claret and amber. And he draws a throw, does he? Yes, far side the City left, in front of the Midland Road stand. And City come away with it and defend that corner.
Yeah, it's good play from Max Power, just holding the play up, slowing the game down. And that's how you're going to have to control this game. Derby games are notorious for being fast-paced, and they need to be controlled when you have possession of the ball.
Sam Walker rushed into his long ball that was given to him by Baldwin, the pass back. Town bring it forward with Roosken, twisting Pennington inside out, lifting a ball that's hung up towards the back post. It goes past Joe Taylor, and then Tyreik Wright is forced into a challenge. And he actually comes away with a goal kick, which even from here looked rather sceptical.
Yeah, it's a dubious decision, but we'll take it. You know, Bradford City defended well, and Tyreik Wright was back there doing what he needed to do.
Well, the stats at the moment see Town edging it on possession, 58.3 to Bradford City's 41.7. But we're becoming used to those stats this season for Bradford City, because as they often follow, shots 3 to Town's 2, but City have had 2 on target to Town's none. And that is the blueprint of this Bradford City side. More than happy for the opposition to have the ball. It's what they do with it when they have it. Town, though, have this throw. Near side there left, midway point of their own half. Ruben, the Irishman, for Harness. Back to Ruben it goes, it's lifted forward. And Taylor fouls Baldwin as they both went for that ball. And it will be a City free kick, which Baldwin will want to take. 32 minutes gone. West Yorkshire Derby, BBC Radio Leeds FM. Bradford City 1, Huddersfield Town 0. Bobby Pointon's goal in the 18th minute, giving City the lead. Sarcevic chesting the ball down. Roosken takes it away from him. Sarcevic then caught Roosken. Late challenge in the eyes of the referee, who was in his own right late to blow the whistle. And it's a free kick Huddersfield Town, which does nothing in the way of keeping the home fans calm and quiet. It sounds like the sound system at Valley Parades needs 50p putting in it. Ruben put under pressure by Sarcevic's press. Ruben now backed into a corner. Swan takes over. Wallace then just lifting it out of play. And it will be a throw, Bradford City. And after that bright start that we saw from Huddersfield Town, that Bobby Pointon goal, which you might say on the balance of play was against the run of it, momentum has now swung completely in Bradford City's favour.
Yeah, it certainly has, Jamie. But this is the West Yorkshire Derby, and in these games, you know, momentum's going to swing backwards and forwards, especially when you score. I think how Bradford City now control the game is important.
Pennington there, crashing into a challenge. He was looking for a nick off a Town player in hope of getting a corner. Instead, it goes into the top tier of the Dallas stand where the Town fans are positioned. And it will be a goal kick as they play out from the back, Huddersfield Town. Murray Wallace inside his own penalty area, goes left, Ruben. And he lifted up towards Tommy Leigh on the halfway line, brings that down nicely. Works it right for Neufville. Neufville through for Sarcevic. Murray Wallace comes over to meet him. Sarcevic clips it in field. There's no one there in Claret and Amber, but they've lost it, Town. Neufville for Swan. Back to goal. Right corner of the box, it's Sarcevic. Pennington. Fast play from City. Power to thread it through for Sarcevic, but there was Herbie Kane to intercept. Only as far as Baldwin, though. Drop of the shoulder. Lifted out to the left side. Tyreik Wright will meet it. Keeps it in play. At the byline. Gives it to Pointon. Pointon, first time. Kills it into the box. It's over Sarcevic's head. Neufville tries to get on the end of it. Swan is there too. Comes away for Huddersfield Town as they just about clear their lines, but Power crashes into the challenge and wins it back for Bradford City. Baldwin is then forced to go back to Sam Walker. Round of applause from the home support. They're enjoying this from their team at the moment. As Touray, up the left channel he goes, searching for Swan. It's sent away by Joe Lowe this time. Ledson back to Ruben, just outside the Town D. He's bypassed the midfield with that pass. Kane with a pocket of space. Now out to the right side. Sorensen over the halfway line. Rides the Tyreik Wright challenge. Gets through him. Tyreik Wright, though, gets the final foot in and wins it back for City. Pointon then for Sarcevic. Over the halfway line. Sarcevic. An uncharacteristically loose pass from City's number 10. And it's at the final. Nicholls, who gives it to the tall Welsh defender Joe Lowe. Sorensen back to Lowe, but you can see arms flailing in anger and frustration from the Town away end as their team are under the pump and City have won it back. Right, Power, back to Touray. City seeing all the ball now. Baldwin lifting it long, looking for Neufville. Nearly finding Neufville. Ruben forced into a defensive head away, out for a Bradford City throw. Graham Alexander is exhausting to look at alone, how much he is frantically orchestrating his troops on the edge of his technical area. Neufville with this throw. 10 minutes of normal time remaining in this gripping first half of football on BBC Radio Leeds. Power holding off Castledine. Neufville. Pennington lifts it forward. Swan has a chance of getting on the end of this one, but Leigh Nicholls collects it in his all pink strip and he looks to roll it out. Instead he overarm throws it to Ruben on this near side. Ruben into Castledine. Neufville gets the challenge in, but it takes the ball straight to Ledson at the midway point of Town's half. He lifts it out towards the right side. That spreads the play. Sorensen brings it under control. Looks to give it to Harness. Chops it in field. Harness met by the presence of Leigh. Pointon gets the foot in. The challenge takes the ball only as far as Lowe on the halfway line. Town have it far side there right. Tyreik Wright grappling with Harness. Harness rides the challenge, but Touray gets a second foot in And Pointon gives it to Swan. Good touch. Swan over Joe Lowe. Takes it past him. Lowe puts him to the floor. I beg your pardon, it's Wallace. Wallace drags Swan to the floor, and Wallace goes into the referee's book, yellow card.
Wonderful play from Will Swan. Just gently flicked the ball into the air and round the corner, and then ran past Wallace. Wallace brings him down, and the referee brings out the yellow card.
I really do think the sound system's gone here at Valley Parade, and now we've got that rather annoying hum at the moment. Meanwhile, play continues. As I say that, the free kick is halted, and Oldham, the referee, will ask them to take it again. Power for Pointon. Pointon takes it past Taylor. Pointon into the box. Bobby Pointon still wriggling his way through, providing a low cross. That is blocked by Sorensen. Corner Bradford City.
Yes, the wide players in this game are really turning it on its head. It's Bobby Pointon this time, just making sure he goes past one player into the box, two players, goes left to shoot, bottom corner, deflected for a corner.
Atmosphere at fever pitch. There is an anticipation about Valley Parade. Corner will come in from the left. It's Max Power standing over it in front of the town fans in the Bradford end. Deep, back post, Nicholls too close to the goalkeeper. He collects it comfortably. And a flurry of white and claret and amber disperse from the town penalty area. It's a clever ball by Nicholls in search of Roosken. Neufville does well defensively. And his clearance not too shabby either, with the drop of the shoulder to evade the Roosken press. Tommy Leigh, with cries of man on, sends it back to Sam Walker. Walker with a skewed ball out that rolls and trickles towards this near touchline, where Ruben can collect for the white-shirted Huddersfield Town team. Wallace, former Millwall man, gives it to Kane. Kane on the half-turn. Works it right. Castledine through the middle now. Castledine, it may open up for the shot. He gives it to Sorensen, right edge of the box. Sorensen into the penalty area, lifting it too deep. And it comfortably, safely bounces out of play. And it will be a Bradford City goal kick, with just over 6 minutes of normal time remaining in this first half of football. West Yorkshire derby. And it's got that derby feel about it. Bradford City 1, Huddersfield Town 0. Bobby Pointon's goal in the 18th minute, separating these two teams.
Great position to be in, Bradford City at the moment. They are the one leading in the game, and they are playing the better of this football at this moment in time. Early start of the game was Huddersfield Town, but now it's Bradford City's spell.
Well, given the scoreline, it's aided by the fact that they're the lunchtime kickoff as well, Bradford City. And I can say this because it won't be likely come the end of the day, but as it stands, Bradford City, top of the League One table.
Nervous.
You calm down, Cormier.
Nervous.
You calm down. Like a coiled spring. Neufville with this Bradford City throw, near side the right. A bit gloomy above now. Some grey clouds have loomed over us. Nothing to dispel the energy of this Bradford City performance in the first half. Touray looking to release Tyreik Wright, but Sorensen was on hand to head back. Did the necessary defending. Nicholls will collect. You feel some rain coming under Kiwomia. There's Roosken with a loose touch, but he makes amends. It's clever play, and he slips it through for the pace of Joe Taylor, but covering is that of Ibou Touray. Now forced into a corner and forced into a clearance. The City on the back foot at the moment. Town with this attacking throw near side their left in front of the Kop.
That's why Graham Alexander has put Ibou Touray in there, Jamie, because he wants to have that covering pace.
Yeah.
Because that could be a danger for centre halves in those positions.
Power too forcefully into Herbie Kane from behind. It will be a free kick for the Kirklees contingent of this West Yorkshire derby. And it's Herbie Kane who just lifts his shirt up to wipe some sweat away from his brow as he stands over this free kick with the left-footed Ruben Roosken. Scott Oldham sprays out the line for one-man wall of Bobby Pointon to stand on. A cluster of claret and amber defending this free kick. Played short, Kane. Back to Roosken. Roosken dinks it in towards the back post, and the outstretched tall frame of Sam Walker does really well to grasp the ball and then release Tyreik Wright, who's got the pace on Ledson. He turns away from him, he looks up, he feeds it through for the run of Swan. It's a poor pass in truth, should have done better with it. And Leigh Nicholls, Town's goalkeeper, can lift that high. Touray's underneath it, he heads forward. It's straight to Ledson, who nods it down. And Harness looks to play it through the middle for Taylor, but Baldwin did really well to step out and get in front of his man, Andy Kiwomya.
Yeah, Baldwin read the situation well and came forward with the ball, but sometimes we've got to look forward as opposed to looking to play it back along the back four and lose possession.
Pennington with a channel ball up this near right side. Wallace springs it down. Ruben squeezes a pass infield for Kane. Harness, Power, captain on captain, is late with his challenge. Ledson put to the floor. Power right next to the referee. Wright smile, both hands on his hips. Maybe reluctantly accepting of the late challenge, but there's no booking, which I think is why the Town fans are booing, certainly jeering anyway. For the record, Roosken and Wallace both in the referee's book for Huddersfield Town. By my reckoning, no City player to receive a yellow card thus yet, but Max Powell walking that tightrope, I suspect. Free kick out towards the right side, Town have it, in front of the Midland Road stand. Ledson, through for Sorensen. Sorensen sets Harness on his way, but he's stopped in his tracks by a well-timed Touray sliding challenge. Tommy Leigh then clips one up the left channel. That turns Joe Lowe, who has got Swan nipping at his heels, pest-like in his press. Nicholls is able to clear away into City's half. Touray underneath it. Leigh can't cushion that down for Wright. You could see what he was trying to do. Town throw, which Sorensen looked like he wanted to take quickly, but then he halts his run-up. And then Ledson barged to the floor by Tommy Leigh. And then Leigh gets the throw as well. And you can just start to feel the frustration creeping into Huddersfield Town's game. Their body language is certainly suggesting that. Now, reflection, Andy Kiwomya, with a minute and a half of normal time remaining, where the momentum is in this West Yorkshire derby.
Yes, it's firmly with Bradford City at the moment, just because they've got the lead and they're playing with the confidence that's needed to really take this game on to another level.
Baldwin switching it out towards this near side, but he didn't get the loft that he wanted on it, thus intercepted by Huddersfield Town. That's a clever ball over the top to release the pace of Roosken, who just keeps it in play. He has Pennington for company at the byline, slips it through for Harness. Clever ball, Harness into the box, onto his right foot. Sarcevic is able to bring it away, but then he's dispossessed on the edge of his own area, but in doing so was fouled. And it's a free kick, Bradford City, and that Huddersfield Town attack, which at one point looked dangerous, breaks down.
Yeah, they've got wide players on both teams that can get in behind the defences and utilise that if you must, because right now Bradford City are the ones that are really making the most of those wide players.
Do send your thoughts in, City fans. 81333 on the text, 08000 321 333 on WhatsApp, WYS at the start of your messages, or you can send us a post on X at BBC WYS. Jack will read out some of your correspondence during the half-time break. Pennington crashes into Roosken as they go for the aerial duel. There's a clear handball. How's the linesman not seen that? He was right next to it. And Wallace, he's on a yellow card. Tyreik Wright wriggling into an avenue that he manages to squeeze out of. Baldwin then composed on the ball, right with a heavy touch, living dangerously but managing to bypass the Town press. Space opens up on the left side. 5 additional minutes is the signal on the electronic board as Tommy Leigh asks a lot of Bobby Pointon. Joe Lowe looks to marshal it. Pointon, he's nicked the ball off him. Is that not a foul? Is that not a free kick? Lowe gives an earful to Pointon, who gets back up onto his knees. It's a Town throw, and this game is just starting to get a bit of needle in it. Touray does really well to win the ball back. Tyreik Wright has Sarcevic to aim at. He is just marshalled, body checked inside the box. Not sure whether that's the right ball to play. And Town have it with Nicholls, the goalkeeper.
No, Max Power had his hand up, and I think Tyreik Wright's seen plenty of the ball. His decision making needs to be just a little bit better, because he's trying to go forward early and then drop it too deep, sometimes too early.
Great noise here at Valley Parade. You can sense their team is on top, but it's a fragile lead, and Town will look to exploit that. Right side they have it, Sorensen. Kane on the halfway line. Infield for Ledson, the captain. Former Preston man, arriving in the summer. Kane, product of the Liverpool Academy. Leigh comes out to meet Castledine. Wallace, crossfield ball. He's picked out Sorensen. Sorensen with the chest control. Brings it down inside the area. Edge of the box, he takes it out. And he waits for support. He gives it to Kane. Kane back to Lasse Sorensen. Sorensen through for nobody in Wright, and Baldwin can comfortably cloth that one downfield and into Town's half, where it's picked up by Wallace. Swan looking to press, worked out towards the far side. Joe Lowe under pressure by Pointon, sees Sorensen on the far touchline. That's a clever ball infield. It's squeezed through Wright and Leigh, and now Harness returns it to Sorensen. Sorensen making ground on the right side. Castledown with the effort, and a left-footed volley that had Sam Walker scampering across his goal line, but it's comfortably wide in the end. Goal kick.
Yeah, good build-up play from Huddersfield Town, but it's that man Harness is getting free, and Bradford City need to really be aware of the pockets of space that he's picking up, because they're letting him ride and be free around Valley Parade when really they should be picking him up.
And Sorensen has looked a real threat, hasn't he, on the right side? Yes. Roosken, you might say, on the left as well. Sam Walker then with this goal kick. We've played 2.5 minutes of the 5 additional to close out this first half on BBC Radio Leeds FM. As I say, if you want Huddersfield Town coverage of this game, and then DAB is where you need to be, with Paul Ogden and Matthew Glennon. The former City goalkeeper, of course. Did play for this football club for a brief spell under Peter Taylor. And Sarcevic gets the throw. Ooh, he has a few words for the linesman on this near side, but it will be.
He keeps missing these handballs. That's what the problem is for Sarcevic. There's been 2 blatant handballs, and the linesman has not helped the referee in making that decision.
Heavy grey cloud appearing above the Dallas stand out towards our right-hand side. It remains dry at the moment as Max Power with a long throw. Into the box it comes. Tommy Leigh picks up the Town clearance, works it right for Power on this near side. Neufville up against Ruben. Neufville, he will drive to the byline. He digs out a cross, and Murray Wallace at the near post is able to head away defensively for another Bradford City throw, which Max Powell will take on this near right touchline. Andy Kiwomya.
Yeah, it's a wonderful way to be finishing this half. Bradford City in the opposition half and pressing on their goal from wide areas.
Well, Baldwin is there should he want the short option. Baldwin offers it. Power uses him. Baldwin back to Power. Back to Baldwin. Baldwin will cross. Good ball. Sarcevic glancing touch. Pointon! He's got through! Bobby Pointon has a brace in the West Yorkshire derby. It just keeps getting better and better for this boy from Lowmore. You can't ask for more than that. And Bradford City, on the stroke of half-time, have a 2-goal cushion over their West Yorkshire rivals. Shakes of the head from the Town players as they disperse. They don't have an answer for this Bradford City side. 2-0 they lead Town.
And the City roar! They're back 2-0. Bobby Pointon at the far post. It's a great flick onto the far post. It looked like he was edging out, but only Bobby Pointon could get there, stick his leg out and poke it into the net past the goalkeeper. Bobby Pointon for 2. 2-0 Bradford City.
And you've got to say, on the balance of the first half, Andy Kiwomya, a deserved 2-goal lead.
Absolutely. They have taken their chances when they have been presented, Bradford City, and that boy, Bobby Pointon, has come up with the goods in front of goal. He's one of our own, he certainly is.
Might they get a third? Swan working it forward for Sarcevic. Sarcevic has Neufville to his right, he uses him. Neufville into the box, cross the goal, Pointon is there!
He's got a hat-trick!
The third! Bradford City lead Huddersfield Town by 3-0. The Terriers shell-shook in the West Yorkshire derby. Remarkable scenes at Valley Parade. Breathless Bradford City. Neufville celebrates. I'm not sure if Pointon got a touch. If he did, he has a derby day hat-trick. Bradford City 3, Huddersfield Town 0. The boys in blue and white don't have an answer for those in claret and amber.
What a wonderful day it is in West Yorkshire for Bradford City. It's Bobby Pointon, and I'm telling you, he gets the touch. It's an hat-trick. I'm telling you, I saw it. Bobby Pointon touched that ball, and if he didn't, he did enough to put the goalkeeper off. Bradford Bradford City 3, Huddersfield Town 0. Bobby Pointon with the touch.
Well, I was about to say, before that attack, as the half-time whistle blows, listen to that noise. City 3, Huddersfield Town 0. Leigh Grant, the town manager, quickly walking down the touchline to speak to his town troops. Bradford City have blown Huddersfield Town away. 2 goals for Bobby Pointon, that we know. He might have even got a third. Neufville celebrated to claim the third. We shall find out. But let's all bask. Let's all revel in that first half performance that Bradford City have been able to produce. It would suggest that Bobby Pointon did get the third goal.
Jamie's got it. He has got the hat-trick. I know it's something that fairy tales and dreams are made of, but Bobby Pointon has got that third goal. It's Bradford City.
Where do we start with that then, Andy Kiwami? We thought 1-0 would be an excellent way to go into half-time, but 2 extra goals. Oh, by the way, BBC Sport have now updated. Andy, it's been given to Josh Neufville.
No!
That final goal. Regardless, though, Bobby Pointon, my word, Andy, Bobby Pointon.
Bobby on the spot, isn't it? Just when you needed, just where he was needed, he came up with the touch and he came up with the goals. He's been brilliant. His energy has been electric. Only Bobby Pointon on this day, and I hope it is Bobby Pointon's day, because he certainly deserves it. The goal in the first few minutes, 20 minutes into the game was brilliant. He got there, the far post, and just turned it in. Again, the flick, the second one was a flick into the far post, and he was able to just toe poke it past the goalkeeper. And then his run across the goalkeeper for the third goal. I thought he got a flick, but if they're giving it to Neufville, then they're giving it to Neufville.
They've just controlled just about all of that first half, haven't they? Huddersfield Town have looked likely once or twice, but it's all about taking chances, isn't it? It's all about taking your chances.
It certainly is about taking chances. And you know what? One of the things that I love about this game, is that it spins so games on its head. That game in the first 5, 10, 15 minutes was Huddersfield Town. But after that, the goal, it just spun it on its head, and Bobby Pointon just came to life, and Bradford City came to life. We thought it would change with the substitution of Alex Pattison, but it hasn't. It stayed the same potential, the same explosiveness, and the same appetite and desire that Bradford City players have shown has come to the fore, and they deserve to be 3-0 up.
Andy Comer, you are cruel. You've just turned and taken a picture of our poor comrades up in the Huddersfield Town camp, Matty Glennon, with a
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, no, quite. It is. There is 45 minutes still to play in this game. How do they need to approach this second half then? Because heartbeats will be racing inside that Bradford City changing room, you imagine, just on adrenaline and how that first half finished. What do they need to do in the second 45?
Well, first and foremost, they've got to just take a deep breath, like I'm going to try and do for the second half, and then really take in and absorb that they are 3-0 up, but this team, this Terriers team, won't be beaten so easily like that. You know, they'll be wanting to come back into this game. So Bradford City need to do exactly what they did in the first half, weather the storm and then hit them on the counter-attack, because if they can play this game out to its finale, what they've got to remember is they're 3-0 up. As long as they don't lose the second half, everything's cool.
My word, full second half commentary on the way then very, very shortly with Jamie and with Andy. We'll be back with them very, very soon. Do get in touch, City fans. What did you make to that first? Get in touch as well via X at BBC WIS. That is where you need to find us on there as well. Half time here at Valley Parade. Well, the Bantams well on top in the West Yorkshire derby. It's Bradford City 3, Huddersfield Town 0.
BBC Radio Leeds.
West Yorkshire Sport live.
16 gone 0-0. Baldwin then goes for the crossfield angled pass that picks out Neufville with a plum. Neufville back down the line on this near right side. Pennington, Power, round the corner for Sarcevic, quick through for Neufville. Neufville breaks into the box, gives it to Swan. It just had to be one of their own in the West Yorkshire minutes. Baldwin. Baldwin will cross, good ball. Sarcevic glancing touch. Pointon! He's got two! Bobby Pointon has a brace in the West Yorkshire derby! It just keeps getting better and better for this boy from Lowmore. You can't ask for more than that. And Bradford City, on the stroke of half-time, have a 2-goal cushion over their West Yorkshire rivals. Shakes of the head from the town players as they disperse. They don't have an answer for this Bradford City side. 2-0 they lead town. Might they get a third? Swan working it forward for Sarcevic. Sarcevic has Neufville to his right. He uses him. Neufville into the box. Cross the goal. Pointon is Bradford City lead Huddersfield Town by 3 goals to 0. The Terriers shell-shook in the West Yorkshire derby. Remarkable scenes at Valley Parade. Breathless Bradford City. Neufville celebrates. I'm not sure if Pointon got a touch. If he did, he has a derby day hat-trick. Bradford City 3, Huddersfield Town 0. The boys in blue and white don't have an answer for those in claret and amber.
Whoa, have you got your breath back yet, City fans? What a first half that was. 3-0, I repeat, 3-0 in favour of the Bantams in the West Yorkshire derby. Full second half commentary coming up very, very shortly here on BBC Radio Leeds 92.4 FM. There's one other game in League One that kicked off at 12:30 as well. At half-time, it's Northampton Town 0, Blackpool 0, and the early kick-off in the Premier League. At the break as well is Arsenal 1, Nottingham Forest 0.
BBC Radio Leeds.
West Yorkshire Sport. Live.
Breakfast with Rima.
Weekday mornings from 6. Some really wonderful messages coming in from you about your thoughts on immigration in this country, but keeping it really polite and keeping it calm. We don't have to shout at each other when we talk about these things. As I've said before, we all care about where we live. We all care about each other. We all want the best for our families and for our communities and for our country. What does that look like? Because first and foremost, let's look after each other and let's be kind and polite to each other. But after that, what is going on here and what needs to be changed?
Breakfast with Rima.
Weekdays from 6.
BBC Radio Leeds.
Welcome back to Valley Parade. Half-time here. Bradford City 3, Huddersfield Town 0. What a first half that is from Graham Alexander's Bantams. As I say, full second half commentary on the way very shortly. Sonny getting in touch with us in the various ways. On X, Jonathan gets in touch saying unbelievable is an understatement, utterly brilliant and bonkers all rolled into one. Forza Bantams with a couple of messages on X as well. At BBC WYS saying, I bet Bobby Pointon only dreamed of scoring 1 goal against Huddersfield Town when he was a child. Now he's got 2. How refreshing. I know we're only at half-time, but how good are Bradford City? I'm pretty sure I've still got memories of being 3-0 up against Huddersfield Town before we got to the Prem as well, but that was in their gaff, and we're still pretty formidable at home at the minute. On the text as well, 81333. Hello to Rian and little Sebastian and crew as well. Listening from North Devon, a very good afternoon to you. Thank you for tuning in and listening to us. He's one of our own, says Rian. He's one of our own, Bobby Pointon. Up the Bantams as well, they finished that message off with, and we've had one as well from Michael B on WhatsApp on 08000 321. Next to Collymores, in front of the TL Dallas stand, of course. This is our house, says Michael B. Plenty of you happy Bantams at half-time, and not surprising either. 3-0, the Bantams lead Huddersfield Town in the West Yorkshire derby. Now, don't forget to subscribe to our Bradford City AFC feed on BBC Sounds as well. All our Bradford City content is on there. Press conferences, interviews, and, of course, our podcast, Take Me Home. It's Jamie Rayner alongside former Bantams defender Mark Bauer and BBC Look North weatherman and lifelong City fan Paul Hudson as well. There will be a new episode out on Monday. They'll be reflecting on today's derby, whatever the result. Fingers crossed it stays the way it is, of course. Well, last week there was a lot of love for someone who may well be on the pitch in the second half. We'll have to see, won't we? Andy Cook, and rightly so as well. It was the first time the three of them had a chance to reflect on his EFL Trophy heroics against Grimsby.
Absolutely unbelievable. 2 balls straight on his head, bang, in the back of the net. And, it's something we've missed. And I have to say, you and I love cricket, Jamie. And Andy Cook, this analogy might be brushed off by some, but the only thing I can think of about Andy Cook is, when he's on the pitch, you expect things to happen. And the cricket analogy, Ian Botham was one of the world's greatest all-rounders. And I remember back in the 1980s, he got suspended for being in possession of cannabis. I'm not drawing any parallels there with Andy Cook.
Where's this going? Yeah.
Sorry, a bit of a gin and tonic slip there. But I'm not. But anyway, so he was suspended for 3 months. It was at the height of his career. And his first match back for England 3 months later was a test match against New Zealand. And he trundled up and got a wicket with his first ball. It was just unbelievable. And then he got a second wicket that same over. And Andy Cook reminds me of Ian Botham because he makes things happen. And I don't know whether it's obviously a prolific striker, he's the best in the business, but there's a buzz about him, the crowd get going, and if he comes on as a sub on Saturday, he'll just raise it to another level. I mean, he's just got that magic touch. I don't know how else to describe Andy Cook, and for him to come on against Grimsby and just bang 2 away, having been out for so long. I mean, if you'd have written a script and sent it off to Hollywood, they'd have rejected it as being too far-fetched. He's an incredible bloke.
I also have to explain that the giggles that you might be able to hear is because as Paul's making that wonderfully profound point, which is a wonderful comparison as well, he's also battling with a stubborn and resilient fly that won't leave his face on his balcony, and we can see it at the moment. And you did really well there to keep composure.
Thank you.
But it is that point though, Mark, isn't it, that he is, to use the Botham analogy, that talismanic figure, that one that if you're an England fan back in the 80s, from a cricketing standpoint, you turn to Ian Botham. If you're a City fan right now, you turn to Andy Cook, and they have done for so long. And look, they found a way without Andy Cook, but for me, and I wasn't at the game, I'd actually gone to the cricket to watch England be woeful against South Africa at Headingley. But as I got home and followed the game from afar, not only was I just overwhelmingly made up for Andy Cook, because I know how hard that journey has been for him and his family as well, it was more just that very immediate reminder of what he can do as a footballer. With the sentiment to one side, actually, City have got back a really potent weapon.
Yeah, and it is a different option, isn't it, to what they've got. You look at Saturday, and like I said earlier, crosses coming into the box, loads of crosses coming in, but you just not looking.
Huddersfield Town 0. As the Bantams attacking from right to left as we see it in this second half. Traditional home colours for them, as you'd expect. Claret and amber striped shirt, black shorts and black socks. Town, and their away colours of white shirt, blue shorts and blue socks. City line-up as we begin this second half with Sam Walker in goal. Matthew Pennington, Aden, Baldwin and Ibou Touray the back three. Josh Neufville, Max Power, Tommy Leigh, who replaced Alex Pattison through concussion protocol in the first half, and Tyreik, Wright make up the 4-man midfield. And then a front three of Antoni, Sarcevic and Bobby Pointon either side of Will Swan. Town now with that change. See Nicholls in goal. A back four of Sorensen, Lowe, Wallace and Ruben. Ledson and Kane are the midfield two. Harness on the right, now Alves on the left. Castledine in the 10. Taylor leading the line. The sun begins to shine once again here at Valley Parade. Andy Kiwomia. City 3 goals to the good against Huddersfield Town.
Yes, and they have really put Huddersfield to the sword in the first half, but it's 45 minutes of football still to play.
Swan doing really well to squeeze through a very tight spot on that far side, the Bradford City right in front of the Midland Road stand, but then loses the possession and the ball, and it will be a Town throw, which is clumsily given away by the Terriers, and City pounce. Sarcevic, right side, infield for Neufville, right corner of the box, back to Tommy Leigh. Leigh then spreads it back out to Sarcevic on the right side once more. Back down the line, Pennington crosses, Power and Castledine collide off the ball. Harness, I beg your pardon. Nothing comes of it. Nicholls collects and releases Taylor on his own, who steps into the Touray challenge. He's put to the floor, and Touray will let that ball run out, and it will be a Bradford City goal kick. Already a busy start between these two teams with 2 minutes gone, and it was Harness and Powell that collided as that cross came in. The two fell to the floor, and Powell just having a word with the referee about that, as is Harness. Shake of the head from the Town number 10. Same can be said for that of Max Powell.
Yeah, the referee going to have to use his officials on the side to really keep a hold of this game, because there was lots of incidents off the ball there as the ball was going into the box.
Murray Wallace, who's on a yellow card, gets up for that header, beating Sarcevic to it, but the ball is back at the feet now of Sam Walker, who scythes it downfield. Pointon with a brace to his name. First time in his career he's done that, his senior career, that is. For Tyreik right on this near side. Collides with Sorensen, the ball goes out. It will be a Huddersfield Town throw. Near side there, right. In fact, it's been awarded a free kick. Penny for Leigh Grant's thoughts at the moment. Quite the half-time team talk for his side. With the 2 goals coming in additional time to close out that first half. Tyreik Wright has Harness all over him, but Wright manages to work a ball up the left channel on this near side. Joe Lowe covers, gives it to Ledson, the captain, with his light blue boots on. Sorensen aiming to step past Tyreik Wright. Wright body checks him. Graham Alexander says to Wright, you let that ball run. It's a Bradford City throw, which has been awarded.
Yeah, it's good play. Good play from Tyreik Wright. He's done his defensive duties really well so far, Tyreik Wright, on this left-hand side.
Touray, drop of the shoulder, steps past Harness, gives it to Swan. Swan has Kane nipping at his heels, and he's earned his side of throw. Oh, it goes the way of Bradford City. Swan then throws forward for Sarcevic, who's onside. Sarcevic collects the ball, waits for support in Clareton Amber, gives it to Pointon. Pointon then fires it back to Sarcevic, who didn't know much about it. And the attack breaks down, and Taylor brings it forward for Huddersfield Town, but Touray stops him in his tracks with a challenge. Leigh and Swan both go for the same ball. Bit of miscommunication there. Neufville picks up the loose ball on the far side. Pennington sees Castledine running it out of play in his attempt to press the City defender, and it goes out for a Bradford City throw.
Yeah, good play from Bradford City, just making sure that they're in contention for every ball in this West Yorkshire derby.
There was a handball in the end, so it will be a free kick for Aden Baldwin to take. Right side of Bradford City's half, 10 yards in from the halfway line. Great noise here at Valley Parade now. Tyreik Wright goes up for it. Pointon brings it down. Sole figure on this near left side. He uses right down the line. Then Touray. Leigh's made the late run. Touray plays the 1-2 with Wright, and now it's back in City's half with Baldwin. Baldwin spreads the play from left to right. Far side is Pennington. Now Neufville. Neufville for Sarcevic. Sarcevic back to Pennington. Neufville's continued his run. Pennington has it inside City's half. Then he goes long, lofted through ball. Pointon is the target. Sorensen heads it away, out towards the left side for Huddersfield Town. Kane then lifts it forward. Underneath it is Baldwin for Bradford City. And Sarcevic picks up the ball, and he's able to carry it forward on the right side. He's got Neufville in support. Instead he'll cross. And he fizzes it as captain, as Lowe steps on the ball. Pointon comes in, crashes into that challenge. Town can't get out of their own half here.
No, they're trying to play it out, and Leigh Grant's told them to calm down, but there's no calm in this game at this moment in time, because Bradford City are really after this Huddersfield Town team.
That double switch on the way. Bojan Radulović, who's yet to appear in the league this season, comes on for Marcus Harness, and then it's a straight swap. Alfie May replaces Joe Taylor. So double switch and an attacking switch at that under Kiwomya. That says a lot about Leigh Grant's frame of mind right now.
Yeah, he's going to throw everything at this game now, because his team are 3-0 down, and there's very little they can do about it at the moment, apart from put the subs on and see if they can affect it.
I think many City fans want to see a certain Andy Cook come onto the field of play. He's out warming up at the moment. Sarcevic nearly lifting it through for Pointon, and Town just cannot get out at the moment. They may do on this occasion, though. It's opened up. That's a poor pass from Kane, and Pennington steps across. Swan then heads it over the top, looking for Neufville. He's found him. Neufville up against Ruben. Ruben gets the challenge in. To Bradford City throw far side there, right, in an attacking position. They have been relentless in the opening 11 minutes of this second half. They lead in the West Yorkshire derby 3-0.
Yeah, it's wonderful plays in for Neufville, getting down the line, and that's what you want to be doing. And really making sure these defenders and really having to stretch to defend their goal.
Incredible atmosphere here at Valley Parade, fueled by what's been an electric performance from Bradford City in this West Yorkshire derby. Powell throws into the box. Sarcevic is beaten to it by the Town defence. Radulović, first touch for him, feeds it back to Kane. Neufville gets a challenge in, but Kane rides it. And then he's shifted out towards that far left side for Huddersfield Town. Alves, who's very tricky with the ball at his feet. He is able to wriggle it back towards Murray Wallace. Ledson for Lowe. Pointon pressing out towards this near side of the Town right. Sorensen infield. Ledson looks up, clips it up towards the newly introduced Alfie. Pennington heads away and Pointon takes it away from Ledson, and then Ledson hacks Pointon to the floor in the aftermath. And the Town captain goes into the referee's book, and it's another yellow card.
Yeah, they're getting away with it at the moment. That was very, very late and cynical. Bobby Pointon getting away is hurt. It's definitely one of those ones that sometimes when they get caught from behind, you land funny. But I don't think there's anything going to stop Bobby Pointon from getting up in a game like this.
Valley Parade, cauldron-like in its atmosphere. And all you can hear is claret and amber right now. Pointon. Oh, it's a clever ball through for Wright. Wright now into the box. Wright. Good challenge there from Kane. Tries to squeeze across out from a difficult position. City have got it though. Pennington. Sarcevic. Neufville out to the right side. Neufville waits for support. Pennington on the overlap. He uses him. Pennington crosses. Leigh is there. Swan 2. Nicholls is able to collect it quickly. A threatening attack from Bradford City, nearly opening up Huddersfield Town yet again.
It's been all Bradford City in this second half. They just come in at Huddersfield Town in waves after wave after wave, and yet the goalkeeper Nicholls is the one coming to the rescue at this moment in time.
They just don't have an answer at the moment, Huddersfield Town, and I'm not saying that with rose-tinted Bradford City spectacles on. I'm just seeing what I can see in front of me. And right now, frazzled, shook, and without an answer at the moment, Huddersfield Town. And that is a fair appraisal of what City are doing to put them under such pressure. As Neufville brings it down on the right side. In an attacking sense, they look so dangerous. Neufville, who's been brilliant, digs out a cross. City won't give up on it. It's cleared away by Ledson, the captain. Pennington heads forward. Flicked on by Sarcevic. Lowe then heads it upwards and away. Powell tries to get underneath it. It falls for Touray. Leigh is found. And now Wright on this left side receives it. There's the 1-2 with Pointon. Inch perfect. Right with the cross. Waiting is Sarcevic. Turn behind. And it's a corner. Bradford City in front of a raucous crowd. Every moment is cheered like a goal.
They're not set up, this Huddersfield Town, to defend. They are set up to counter-attack Bradford City. And at this moment in time, Bradford City are set up to attack Huddersfield Town, and they can attack at force and at will because of the numbers they've got.
They find a goal from this corner. The roof will come off this place. Max Power standing over it. Plays it short for Wright. Wright gives it back to Power. Power looks up, crosses deep, and it's a Town head at the back post through Sorensen that takes it away from the box. Leigh grappling with Radulović. Radulović sprawled out on the floor. Town look to come away with it. Pointon not giving up on his defensive duties, out of possession. Go on, Bobby, is the cry as he races after Herbie Kane. Slightly loses his footing. He must be loving this game, Bobby Pointon. 2 goals to his name. His team winning in the West Yorkshire derby. Leigh. That's a late challenge by Kane.
Referee.
Now Kane
he's off.
Goes into the referee's book, and he's on a yellow card. By my count, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 players out there for Town on a yellow card. Tommy Leigh is on his knees. He was caught late. Well, you can... Well, there you go. Highest ever modern day league crowd at Valley Parade of 24,070. 2,775, 2,799 made up of Town fans as Wright through for Pointon. Pointon with a low cross. That's covered by Lowe. Turn behind. It's another corner, Bradford City. It's unrelenting from the Bantams right now. Herbie Kane is down on his haunches. He might need some treatment. It's a Bradford City juggernaut at Valley Parade right now.
They're steamrolling this Huddersfield Town team. And, hey, how that player sat down there, I don't know if he needs somebody to come on or they just need a break from this relentless pressure that Bradford City are administering.
Well, Nick Powell trudges off down the touchline. Andy Cook, by the way, did so about a minute prior. Do you need to risk Andy Cook?
With minutes to go, you give him a little bit of a run out, tell him to be careful. There's nothing that Huddersfield can do. He's just got to enjoy his return to the team and to this kind of atmosphere, because we know over the next few weeks it's going to be all about the atmosphere at these grounds, Cardiff and then Newcastle.
Aren't they just mouth-watering fixtures in their own right? We will, of course, have full match commentary for you of those games. Me and Andy will be making the journey down to South Wales next weekend. Incredible noise.
It's wonderful, isn't it? Wonderful.
Well, it's 20 years since Bradford City beat Huddersfield Town in a West Yorkshire derby. As Herbie Kane's afternoon is complete and David Kasuma will be taking his place. A certain Dean Windass scored the last time these two sides met and Bradford City won. As Herbie Kane leaves the field of play, Kasuma will take his place. Still awaiting this corner to be taken. Some City fans have spied that the Town support, or at least some of them, might have seen enough. Still, 63 minutes on the clock. Bradford City 3, Huddersfield Town 0. Goals from Bobby Pointon and Josh Neufville as Pointon plays the short corner back to Wright. Wright at the byline, clips in a flat ball, and a swinging left boot from Pennington lifts it well over the crossbar, right on the penalty spot.
Yeah, it's a well-worked corner. Bobby Pointon into Tyreik Wright, cross into the box, and Will Swan with a volley just over the bar.
Wallace, as Town opts to continue to play out from the back. Oh, it's looking dangerous. Nicholls nearly missed his pass, and now Pax Power absolutely slams into a challenge on Sorensen. Oh, and then puts him to the floor for good measure. It was accidental. Sorensen didn't like that. Power's going to get a yellow card for that. Talk about making your mark and leaving it.
Absolutely. But I'm sure Max Powell wasn't happy about the challenge in the box, and he's just letting people know you can't take liberties at Valley Parade.
You felt the full force of that. Well, are they going to continue to play out from the back, Town? That's the blueprint. No, they're not. They've gone long. Why not? They've got Radulović on the pitch, the tallest man out there. Pennington lifting it into Town territory. Joe Lowe comes over to meet it. He'll let that run. It will be the Huddersfield Town throw. Bradford City 3, Huddersfield Town 0 with 65 minutes on the clock in this West Yorkshire derby. BBC Radio Leeds FM. Former City winger, promotion winner in '96. Andy Cormier alongside myself, Jamie Rayner and Jack Conlon. On our DAB frequencies, Huddersfield Town coverage with Matthew Glennon, Paul Ogden and Catherine Hanna as Town attack. Stand up if you love City is the cry. As Valley Parade rises to its feet. And Town have been pushed back into their own half. Oh, Wallace nearly lost it. Swan was pressing. And Ledson has to go back to the all pink stripped Leigh Nicholls, who... Oh, Radulović backs into Baldwin. The pair fall to the floor. Referee unmoved. Leigh Nicholls saw 3 go past him in the first half of the League 2 playoff final. Remarkably, in 2013, he was in goal for Northampton Town that day when Bradford City had promotion under Phil Parkinson. So it's not the first time he's been blown away by Bradford City in the opening 45 minutes. Sorry, Leigh. Sorensen on this near side will take the throw for Huddersfield Town. Tyreik Wright keeps it in play, gives it back to Touray, who curls it out. It will be a Huddersfield Town throw on this near right side, which they've taken quickly. Alfie May just thrown it straight to Sarcevic. Sarcevic now for Pointon. Pointon carries it forward. Pointon still plays the 1-2 with Sarcevic, waits for support. Pointon, he's got it on this left side. Back down the line for Tyreik Wright. Now Pointon again. Uses Max Powell. Power slipping it through. Swan hadn't made the run. The ball was correct. The ball was on point. Great vision from Power. Touray picks up the Huddersfield Town clearance. Leigh lifted out towards the right channel. Asks a lot of Neufville. The ball stays in play. Ruben is called into action. And it's a goal kick in the end for Huddersfield Town. With this beating sunshine here at Valley Parade now. What a sight to behold. If you're in the Bradford City corner of this West Yorkshire derby. City 3, Town 0. And Town playing out from the back once again. Wallace lifts it long, straight onto the head of Matthew Pennington. He heads forward. Sarcevic, chest control. Lifted over his right shoulder. Swan grappling with Wallace. Wallace wins the aerial duel. Kasumu. Left-footed half volleys. The ball out of play. And it will be a Bradford City throw, Andy Kiwami.
Yeah, Bradford City with an extra spring in their step with the 3-0 lead. And it's great to see them just enjoying themselves with some one-touch football and, you know, just trying to get this next goal, because that would certainly finish this game.
Thank you to Dan, who gets in touch on X. He says, it's not 20 years since we beat Huddersfield Town in the West Yorkshire derby. Why does everyone forget this game? Well, I hadn't forgotten about it, Dan. But as you've outlined already, the game was won on penalties. And if you are one for the record books, the game ended as a draw in normal time, 2-2. Therefore, outright, inside 90 minutes, it was 20 years ago. Swan is beating the offside trap, gets the shot away, he smashes it against the crossbar. Tyreik Wright picks it up. Left side now, Pointon. Back to Touray. Now Wright on this near side once again. Wright wriggles away from his man, gives it to Touray. Touray then squares it in field. It's Baldwin. Baldwin out towards the far side, Tommy Leigh. What a strike that was from Will Swan. Touray now for Neufville on the right side. Lifts a floated ball into the box that goes over the crossbar and behind, and it will be a Town goal kick. Nearly a fourth, Andy Kiwami.
Wow, Will Swan with the take on the angle from the edge of the box and smashed the ball across the keeper and hit the crossbar. Great strike from Will Swan.
Well, if you want to get in touch with us, you're welcome to do so, City fans. 81333 on the text, 08000 321 333 is our number on WhatsApp, WIS at the start of your message, or you can send us a post on X at BBC WIS. Alves, so working it towards this near side. Tyreik Wright is first to it with a challenge, then Lowe looks to crash into Bobby Pointon. Pointon steps out of it, hence the jeers from the City fans. And now Max Powell just sharing some pleasantries with Joe Lowe.
Yeah,
look at that there.
I love it. I love it. These boys are basically saying to each other, right, okay, you want it? Well, let's have it. Let's have it. Now it's a derby.
Yeah, they were absolutely getting stuck into each other there, Joe Lowe and Max Powell. Graham Alexander just had a word with his captain, said, hey, get your head in the game. Powell, oh, look at him, he's steamrolling in now. He's on a yellow card, Max Powell. You must remember that. The last thing they need to do is lose their captain in this game. 3-0 to the good. They lead Huddersfield Town. Castledine with a pocket of space on the left side. He brings it forward. Chance for Town. This low cross into the box. Baldwin really well. He gets down onto the floor and he stabs it away. Exceptional stuff from Aden Baldwin. And on the left side, Town have it with Kasumu. Brought on in the second half to replace the injured Herbie Kane. Alves, the Leicester City Academy product, down the line for Ruben. Now Wallace gives it to Lowe. Pointon sets off to press. That's been a really good battle, that, between Pointon and Lowe. There's Sorensen. Poor ball straight in towards Tommy Leigh. Radulović looks to win it back from behind, and he has done. May heads it down, looking for Radulović, but Wright has it. Wright then flicks it around the corner. Was it a late catch there from Sorensen? The referee didn't see it that way, and the ball has made its way back to Sam Walker on the edge of Bradford City's penalty area. 3-0 they lead Town.
Yeah, they just need to be a little bit more a little bit more guile from Bradford City. They're chasing the ball a lot more. They just need to slow it down and just keep possession of the ball.
Powell slipping there, nearly losing it, but regained his footing and was able to play it back to Sam Walker. Long high ball up into the air. Sarcevic wins his aerial duel on Murray Wallace. Ruben comes over to head forward. Andy Cook out warming up again. Everybody wants to see him come on now. That would be the icing on the cake. Touray, poor pass. Chance for Town now. Oh, that is terrible from Alves. Right in front of the Town supporters. Aden Baldwin is down, holding his right leg, ankle. Pointon sees that. He may kick this out of play. And Halliday and Kelly both go out to warm up. And it looks like Aden Baldwin's in a spot of bother here. Well, that is an area of the field they can do without losing more players. No Curtis Tilt, no Joe Wright in the matchday squad today. We presume that's injury enforced. We'll, of course, find that out after the game with Graham Alexander. But scant resource, so to speak, in that defensive area, Andy Kiwomya.
Yeah, they certainly have, and they'll need to make sure that in making these changes, everybody's able to just adapt to the slight changes. We've seen with Ibou Touray, he's slided in perfectly this afternoon, and we've seen that whatever is needed to do, he's been quite comfortable in doing. Centre with Aden Baldwin, he plays in the centre of the three. You know, that's a key role and key position.
Well, Baldwin is still down receiving treatment. Alexander going through some instructions with Ibou Touray and sharing a word with Sam Walker. Yeah, and there are some Town fans that are heading for the exit doors at the moment from the Bradford end, the TL Dallas stand. Well, it's 73 minutes gone, Andy. Bradford City 3, Huddersfield Town 0. So far, so good.
Yeah, absolutely. Couldn't have gone any better, to be honest with Jamie. The Bradford City players have really given everything in the game and taken their chances when they're needed. The second half has been more about Bradford City press and putting the press onto this Huddersfield Town. They've very rare attacks of Huddersfield Town. I don't even think they've had an attack at Bradford City's goal in the second half.
Well, there might be another attacking change on the horizon for Lee Grant's side. Zepiqueno Redmond on loan from Aston Villa has just been told to get ready. Brad Halliday is already ready. And I think that's going to be a straight swap for Aden Baldwin. Well, let's hope that's not too serious for Aden Baldwin. Can't quite completely see what the issue is. It might be his left leg, actually. He's got his shorts pulled up on his left leg, and that seems to be the leg that's been treated. So we shall wait and see. Round of applause for Aden Baldwin, who's played well today, Andy Kiwomya.
Yeah, he's played very well. In fact, not put a foot wrong. He seems to have adapted whenever he's come in that middle position of the three. He's really dominated, and yeah, what a player he has been in this game this afternoon.
I will, of course, ask the question with Graham Alexander afterwards. There's a smile on Aden Baldwin's face there, which is a good sign. Nick Powell is also ready to come on for Bradford City, so confirmation of that change on the horizon. Meanwhile, Leo Castledine has been replaced by Zepiqueno Redmond. And then Will Swan will get a standing ovation. No goal for him today. He did strike the crossbar in this second half. He'll be replaced by Nick Powell. Powell on to lead the line. 15 minutes of normal time remaining in this West Yorkshire derby. Bradford City 3, Huddersfield Town 0. Leon Price has just been noticed by one of the City fans in front of us. Yeah, he's sat 2 rows behind us, Leon Price. You might have just heard a quick thank you there as well. Stefan Rupp's in attendance today. He'll be pleased with what he's seen. As City go in search of a fourth.
Yeah, just to confirm, Matt Pennington's gone into the centre of defence instead of Aden Baldwin.
First touch for Halliday. Squares it left for Touray. Now out towards this near side, the left. Tyreik right. Wright drills one through the middle, looking for Powell. Stabbed away by Wallace. Kasumu picks it up on the halfway line. Sorensen, former Lincoln man, infield for Kasumu. Now Alves touches away from Wright. Loses his footing, slides to the floor. Power times his challenge well. Walking a tightrope somewhat, given that he's on a yellow card. Sarcevic with a loose touch. Kasumu, who's looked busy. Kasumu through for Radulović, and it's a heavy touch that just works the ball into the hands of Sam Walker with 77 minutes on the clock. Here's Tyreik Wright. Back to Touray. Touray curls it forward, looking for Powell. That's cut out by Kasumu. Joe Low on the ball. Low up the line on this near right side for Town, but Sorensen can only touch it out, and it will be a Bradford City throw.
Yes, they're just trying, aren't they, to try and get back into this game, Huddersfield Town, but nothing they've done so far has been enough, because Bradford City have just had their number.
Ledson fouls Pointon, and he's just been an absolute torrent to Huddersfield Town throughout this whole game, hasn't he, Bobby Pointon?
He certainly has. You know, he knows what it's like to watch it and feel now what it's like to score in a West Yorkshire derby. It's been many, many years since, but he was left his impression on this game.
Touray lifting it out towards the far side. Rising high was Ruben. Halliday brings it down, asked to shoot. Instead he gives it to Neufville. Neufville crosses, flat ball. Heading away is Ledson, stooping low. Picked up by Pennington. Leigh. Back to Power. Power then for Touray, the furthest outfield player back for City, and he's gifted it straight to Alves. Alves then brings it forward. Radulović. May in loads of space on this near side. Radulović finds him. May into the area, but Tyreik Wright tracking back. Nicks it off his shooting toe and clears it away for a Town throw near side the right. Getting back defensively, Tyreik Wright.
Tyreik Wright's defensive duties have been immense in this game. He's really, every chance he's had, he's made sure that he's delayed or got back and made that challenge.
Sorensen, drop of the shoulder, gives it back to Alfie May. Into the final third, Sorensen once again. Looking for an option, carries it forward and up the line. Into the corner he goes, digs out across, that's blocked by Tyreik Wright. And it will be a corner, Huddersfield Town, their first in a good long while, as we enter the 80th minute here on BBC Radio Leeds FM. City 3, Town 0 in the West Yorkshire derby. Andy Kiwombo.
Yeah, it's good defending from Bradford City, but it's not over yet. They've got to really see this game out right until the very end.
Corner from May is an outswinger. It's a good one. Wallace at the back post. There's a chance and there's a goal. Town have got one back. And it's Epiqueno Redmond to provide the final decisive touch. The clean sheet has gone, and the last 10 minutes of this West Yorkshire derby might just get a little bit interesting. First contact wasn't dealt with, neither the second, and the third was Redmond from 3 yards out. City 3, Town 1, 10 minutes to go.
Yeah, lack of defending, communication there, and now the game is opened up a little bit, and let's see if Bradford City can just keep on the control that they've had over the last 15-20 minutes.
Well, plenty of cheer from the Town end. They've got one back. We said that earlier in the game. Have they got enough time, Huddersfield Town? That's the hope for City. Wallace lifts it long. Leigh misses it, but then picks up the loose touch from May. May tugging on his shoulder, and it will be a free kick for Bradford City. Right of the centre circle, 10 yards in from the halfway line. He's taken quickly, but straight onto Ruben's head. Poor header from him though. Powell gives it to Neufville on the right side. Neufville still up against Alves. Neufville looking to cross. Final touch comes off. Well, Neufville, not Alves, and it will be a Huddersfield Town goal kick. It doesn't feel quite like the right game to introduce Andy Cook now, does it?
I'm not going to say that, Jamie, because I just feel that anything they do, Bradford City, will benefit this game in terms of just slowing it down and keeping the atmosphere on top of this Huddersfield Town, because you don't want them gaining any kind of advantage. And if we can gain an advantage just by putting Cook on for 5-10 minutes, then I think that'll raise and lift the crowd.
Powell flicks on the long throw. Sarcevic claims he was brought to the floor by Kasumu. Two City players go forward for that long ball, beat Radulović to it. Kasumu rides the challenge, then slips it through. Radulović then lifts it out towards this near side, switches it from left to right. Sorensen lets it bounce, brings it under control. Pointon comes out to meet him. Powell there gets the challenge in, intercepts the pass that was meant for Ledson in field, and now Wright looks to set off. Keeps it in play, gives it to Power. Power curls it up into the air left-footed. Powell backs into Low, claims it was a shoulder barge and a fair challenge. The referee saw it differently. Free kick taken quickly. Ruben scampers forward up that far side the town left. Redmond rolls away from Halliday, takes it into the final third. Redmond now, far touchline, squeezes it back down the line. Alves keeps the ball under his feet, tricky player. Out it goes for a town throw, which is taken quickly. Kasumu lifted into the box. Leigh heads away. It goes out the left edge of Bradford City's penalty area. Redmond picks it up, first time crosses Ruben. High ball, curling. Sorensen is there. Sent away by Tyreik Wright. Powell looks to hold it up. He's outnumbered by town players. Power then rides a challenge. It's a 50-50, full-blooded. Redmond, it breaks. Left edge of the box, cuts it back. May in the area. And then his cross is collected by Sam Walker, who catches the ball on the edge of his 6-yard area with 83 minutes on the clock. City 3, Town 1.
Yeah, it's good presence there from Sam Walker, but Bradford had got to stop being complacent and a little bit lackadaisical in possession of the ball and allowing Huddersfield Town more possession, more time.
Ledson looks to loft it forward. Touray is the man on hand to pick it up, and Lowe's header is poor. It's straight to Sarcevic. Sarcevic now carries it forward, looks to step past Lowe. Lowe with a recovery challenge. That takes it out of play. Bradford City throw near side, the left. What a shift Sarcevic and Pointon have put in throughout this whole game.
Yeah, they've needed to. It's a derby, and you can't be seen or get caught lacking in these games. They've certainly shown what they are about, and that's the reason why Bradford City are leading this game.
And they'll take their time with this throw. Power on the near left. Power still. Lobs it up towards Powell. Powell cushions it down with a header. I think he was in search of Pointon that hadn't made the run, and Town are allowed to clear. Radulović holding it up. Plays it back to the arriving Kasumu. They'll flood forward now, Town, in their white colours. Works it right. Sorensen. Up the line now, Alves in a pocket of space. Touray comes out to meet him. Alves, edge of the final third. Twisting and turning. Uses the outside of his right boot to pass towards Redmond. Redmond through. Radulović into the box. Was he caught? It breaks from May. May will curl one. That's blocked. Halliday with the defensive challenge. Neufville underneath. It heads away, as does Pointon. It's sent further away. And Powell will pick it up on his own. Powell clips it past one man. Shoulder barges into Ruben. Holds on to it. Great balance as well for the big man. But then it's one challenge that takes it away. And Alves has it now for Town, who are applying the late pressure in the derby. Ledson lifts it forward. Redmond is found on the left side, but Neufville cuts it out. Redmond then pulls on his shoulder. Neufville sends it away.
Come on, City.
And then it's back at the feet of Lowe. That goal has just changed the complexion of this game. City with the 2-goal cushion, but it's starting to feel slightly fragile. Sarcevic does well to head forward. Powell lifted up into the air. Low. Does he catch him? He's looking for a foul. It never came. It will be a Town throw. Yes, it has. Free kick awarded by the referee, Oldham.
Yeah, Bradford City just need to get control back of this game. They just seem to be hurrying everything. And what they need to do, if they can, is just have a few more passes. You know, they've panicked a little bit in possession and allowed Huddersfield Town to have a little bit more possession than they should have.
Well, this free kick is 5 yards inside the Town half. It's lifted forward up the right channel by Powell. Oh, Powell nearly profits from a Kasumu mistake, and then rather theatrically the two tangle legs and both fall to the floor. Free kick taken quickly. It went the way of Town. Nicholls, they're playing out from the back. Kasumu. Sarcevic gets the challenge in. Wright is first to pick it up. Wright now steps past Kasumu's challenge. Wright gives it to Pointon. Pointon back to Wright. Wright, can he get the shot away? Tyreik Wright! Deflected shot that loops up into the air. Ruben clears it. Neufville first time. Doesn't get his head over the ball. Uses the laces and lifts it over the crossbar.
Yeah, Tyreik Wright just a little bit lethargic now. Tired, he put a right shift in, and the ball between Wright and Pointon, one of them needed to take responsibility to shoot. Neither of them did, and it was Neufville with the shot high and wide over the bar.
City goal now ends it. Town goal. It's an interesting final few minutes of this game. City 3, Town 1. Leigh curls it away, curls it into the path of Leigh Nicholls, who picks it up just outside the left edge of his box, gives it to Murray Wallace. Wallace looks up in the sunshine here in Bradford and sees the head of Matthew Pennington head it back to him. Sarcevic picks it up, gives it to Pointon. Pointon back to Tyreik Wright. Wright then carries it over the halfway line. Pointon's made the run. Pointon is used, looks to give it back to Wright, instead opts for Touray. Now up the line is Wright. Wright then for Pointon. Pointon back to Tyreik Wright. Arriving is Powell. He's used. Powell in this near corner. Pointon back to Touray. Touray with a slightly loose touch. Rides the Radulović challenge. Clips it through for Power. Power with space. Power into the box. Power with the outside of his right boot. And I think he was looking to cross. It turned out to be a clever shot that was tipped up over the crossbar by Leigh Nicholls for a corner. And Max Power there just G's up the City support in the Kop.
Yeah, wonderful play. A little ball through and Power's onto it. Big audacious chance with the outside of the right
corner.
boot.
Played short. Tyreik Wright at the byline, lifts it back post. Powell with the header, still alive. Now Halliday tries to get a shot away. Final touch is a Town touch, and it's a Bradford City corner once again.
The pressure is on. They just can't get this final touch into the net. It's resolute defending from Huddersfield Town. It's desperate defending from Huddersfield Town, but it's working. Corner
from this near left side. Power has the short option in Tyreik Wright. Wright then jogs away. Power waves him away. Into the final few minutes of normal time here at Valley Parade. In this West Yorkshire derby, near post delivery, bounces through the 6-yard area. It's alive, and Radulović is able to pick it up for Town and clear away. Neufville thought about committing, backs away, allows Alves to pick it up. Alves now squares it in field for the arriving Redmond. Town looking to counter. That's a dreadful ball. Straight to Power. Power just nonchalantly works it forward for Leigh, who does the same. Releasing Powell on his own on this left side. Powell then backing into Murray Wallace. Wallace then puts him to the floor. And it's a Huddersfield Town free kick. Powell adjudged to have handled it as he fell to the floor, looking for the free kick in his own right. And Town will play out from the back. Final minute of normal time here at Valley Parade. Bradford City 3, Huddersfield Town 1. In what has been a thoroughly entertaining West Yorkshire derby. Alves on the half turn. Alves still through the middle. 30 yards out, gives it to Ledson. Ledson curls it, looking for the head of Radulović. He wins the aerial duel, but that goes straight to Tyreik Wright. With his weaker right foot, his clearance goes high, but not very far. Leigh then just puts Alfie May to the floor, and it's a clever ball forward up towards Joe Lowe. Powell is then knocked off his stride, gets back up to his feet, and Leigh Nicholls has it on the edge of Town's penalty area. It's had every bit of ingredients, this West Yorkshire derby. We've had a bit of needle, we've had an electric atmosphere. At times it's been end-to-end. Fully committed performance from Bradford City, and we'll have 6 additional minutes to close it out. Sorensen asking a lot of Radulović as he plays it up the right channel. Pennington covers, clears it away with his left foot. May brings it down. He spreads the play out towards that far left-hand side for Huddersfield Town in front of the Midland Road stand. Ruben into City's half. Redmond, the goal scorer for Town. Cries of handball as he knocks it into the midriff of Neufville. Alves then for Ruben. Ruben, left edge of the box, clips it into the area. Radulović waits, the clearance only as far as Kasumu. Kasumu, off balance, gives it to Sorensen. Sorensen onto his left foot, carries it infield, spreads it out to the far left side. Ruben, edge of the penalty area. Neufville gets the challenge in, well timed. Alves will scamper back to pick up possession. Only Powell in front of the ball as City defend. May drops deep, works it to the right side. Sorensen, edge of the final third now. Sorensen Forced back towards the halfway line with Neufville's press. Kasum around the corner, and then Ledson tried to backheel it into the path of May, but that's cut out by Bradford City's defence. Cleared into Town's half. We've played a minute 20 of the 6th additional. Crossfield ball by Murray Wallace. Headed away, Tyreik right on hand. Power off balance. Didn't get his clearance all that correct. And Town pick up possession with Kasumu. Kasumu lifting it. Radulović is the target as Sorensen puts in a teasing cross. And some backs against the wall defending is Ibou Touray to turn it away for a corner. And look who's coming onto the field of play for Bradford City. Cue the noise. Pointon with his own standing ovation, and they'll stay stood for the return of Andy Cook. The goal scoring return in the EFL Trophy last week. Now he's back in the lead for Andy Cook. Second switch, Sarcevic off, Ciarán Kelly is on. Well, he had to come on, didn't he?
Yes, it's what the fans want, it's what we all wanted. He's back. Andy Cook is in the house in the West Yorkshire derby. He's made it back.
What about the shift from Bobby Pointon and Antoni Sarcevic? Andy Kiwomya.
Goals change games, and Bobby's got 2 in this game. Could have had a third, but Neufville, we've seen that Bobby has done exactly what's needed to be done.
Corner from the right, it's an outswing at Alfie May's delivery. Radulović heads across the face of goal. Powell will clear it away, as will Tommy Leigh. Sends it further away. Now grappling with Kasumu. Kasumu there, backing into Leigh. Play continues with Alves. Up the line for May. Into the final third, he'll cross. It's straight towards Sam Walker. It's spilled. It struck the near post.
Cook is in.
But now Powell can pick up the loose ball. He goes through the legs of Kasumu, but tracking back defensively was Alfie May. Scampers to win it back for Town. Lowe, who stayed up there, gives it to Kasumu. All outfield players now inside Bradford City's half. Kasumu towards this near side. Sorensen floats it into the box. Kelly heads away. First touch for him. Tyreik Wright will lift it forward. Andy Cook now up against Murray Wallace. Andy Cook in the derby. Andy Cook all alone. Rides one challenge, backs into Wallace. Cook still works it towards this left side. Tyreik Wright will pick it up. He's got Cook to aim at. Will he go for it? Powell slipped through. Powell now at the byline. Back to Wright.
Put it in for Cookie.
Tyreik Wright keeps a hold of it. Touray looks up, takes a touch. Radulović gets back to defend. Tyreik Wright will receive the pass. Now Ciarán Kelly. We've played 4.5 minutes of the 6th additional. City on the brink of a Derby Day victory. And Sam Walker will side it downfield with distance on that clearance. Great noise once again to welcome back their talisman, a legend. Bona fide legend in these parts. Halliday. Neufville on the right side. Lifts it up towards Andy Cook. Murray Wallace covering. And he'll let that run. A minute to go, Andy Kiwomya.
They've done it. They've done it, Bradford City. They have really pulled off the West Yorkshire derby finish.
Tommy Leigh clearing downfield, just playing for distance, sending it away. As Jolo has it, he launches it long. Brad Halliday underneath that aerial duel with Radulović. It's back towards Alves. Alves skipping forward and curling one towards Sam Walker's goal, which at his near post he collects comfortably. And that could be the final act of this game. Sam Walker will lob it long. Cook gives chase. That's a sight that we've waited so long to see. It'll go out of play. Murray Wallace lets that run. Great noise at Valley Parade. They know, they can feel it. Sam Walker lifts it long. We're past the 6 additional minutes that were signalled. Powell looks up, gives it to Tyreik Wright. Might there be one last chance in this game? Wright holding off Sorensen, getting around Sorensen. Everybody wants him to put it in the box for Andy Cook. Touray, back to Wright, back to Kelly. All eyes on the referee now. Touray rolls away from his man, clips it up towards Andy Cook, who backs into Lowe. Lowe gets the first challenge in. Town bring it forward. Ooh, Leigh clatters into Alves. He rides the challenge, Alves. Now it's with Alfie May. May gives it back to Alves. He asks a lot of the Town frontman. Alves picks it up. Tricky player. Scampers away from Power's challenge. Sorensen will lift it into the box. Sam Walker will collect it. An almighty cheer from this Valley Parade crowd. Full time. The whistle blows. West Yorkshire Derby Day delights for Bradford City. They have blown away the blue and white of Huddersfield Town. It's the claret and amber that stands tall in this fixture. 20 years on from their last victory against this old foe. The rivalry resumed and Bradford City are back on top. 3 points in the bag, and for at least an hour or so they sit at the top of the League One table. An almighty performance from Graham Alexander's side, who, with 3 first half goals courtesy of Bobby Pointon, not once but twice, and then Josh Neufville, had Huddersfield Town shook. Second half, City had their chances, Town got one back, but game management towards the end of this fixture sees Graham Alexander's side over the line. What an afternoon at Valley Parade it's been. Electric from start to finish, with just this wonderful noise as its soundtrack throughout. Full time, Bradford City 3, Huddersfield Town 1. It's the colour of claret and amber that rules West Yorkshire.
Well, what a special day in this city. Bradford City coming out on top against Huddersfield Town in the derby. All the reaction to come over the next hour or so here on BBC Radio Leeds. You'll need to be switching over to DAB Digital Radio, or you can listen as well today on BBC Sounds for the next hour to hear all of that. It's a special Derby Day football forum this afternoon as well. Andy Kawami is going to be popping a few rows back here in the press box to join Catherine Hanna and former Huddersfield Town goalkeeper Matt Glennon as well, who I imagine is not best pleased after that result here this afternoon. They'd love you to join in the conversation as well. We're opening the phone lines to all fans, Bradford City and Huddersfield Town, over the next hour. Give us a ring on 0800 389 3333. Have a chat with Andy. Have a dig at Matty as well if you really want to. Tell him what you thought of that 3-1 win for the Bantams. You can text as well on 81333. WhatsApp on 08000 321 333. Start your messages with the letters WYS, and we're on X2 at BBC WYS. The Derby Day Football Forum on the way here on BBC Radio Leeds with Catherine Hanna, Andy Kiwomya, and as well with Matt Glennon.
Football Forum.
I can't pick out any one particular player to say who was the most outstanding.
Have your say on your club.
We know that this football club is very much capable of that nitty-gritty Yorkshire grit and English football that we know and love.
Call now on 0800 389 3333.
We are serious about winning promotion. We need to play like we earn it.
The Football Forum.
BBC Radio Leeds.
Call now on 0800 389 3333.
I honestly don't think that I could defend that better.
Or send us a WhatsApp message 08000 321 333 and start your message.
They would rather forget. Final score here at Valley Parade: Bradford City 3, Huddersfield Town 1.
Neufville back down the line on this near right side. Pennington, Power, around the corner for Sarcevic, click in for Neufville. Neufville breaks into the box, gives it to Swan. It just had to be one of their own in the West Yorkshire Derby. Baldwin back to Powell, back to Baldwin. Baldwin will cross, good ball. Sarcevic glancing touch. Pointon! He's got two! Bobby Pointon has a brace in the West Yorkshire derby! It just keeps getting better and better for this boy from Lowmore. You can't ask for more than that. And Bradford City, on the stroke of half-time, have a 2-goal cushion over their West Yorkshire rivals. Might they get a third? Swan working it forward for Sarcevic. Sarcevic has Neufville to his right. He uses him. Neufville into the box. Cross the goal. Pointon is there. The third. Bradford City lead Huddersfield Town by 3-0. The Terriers shell-shook in the West Yorkshire derby. Remarkable scenes at Valley Parade. Breathless Bradford City. Neufville celebrates. I'm not sure if Pointon got a touch. Bradford City 3, Huddersfield Town 0. The boys in blue and white don't have an answer for those in claret and amber.
Here comes Town's king. Alfie takes it. Good looking ball. Wallace meets it. Radulović meets it. Goal. Zeki Redmond with his very first touch for Huddersfield Town scores from inside the Bradford City 6-yard box. It's Bradford City 3, Huddersfield Town 1, and the young Dutchman on loan from Aston Villa is on the mark straight away.
And that's how it finished for Bradford City. Where did it all go right for Huddersfield Town? Where did it all go wrong? Particularly the away form. Lots of questions to ask, but for Bradford City, does that really reaffirm their League One credentials as they go top of the table? Have your say with me, Catherine, with Matt Glennon, our Huddersfield Town expert summariser, and Andy Kiwami, our Bradford City expert summariser. We're taking your calls between now and 3:30. 0800 389 3333. 0800 389 3333 to have your say. We'll bring the post-match reaction from Graham Alexander and from Lee Grant as well between now and then. Loads of ways to get in touch. Give us a call or have your say on text or WhatsApp or on X. Here's all the ways to get in touch.
The Football Forum.
Call now on 0800 389 3333.
Or send us a WhatsApp message 08000 321 333 and start your message with WYS.
BBC Radio Leeds.
A very good afternoon to you. West Yorkshire Sport, BBC Radio Leeds. Catherine here with you, bringing you all the post-match reaction on DAB Digital Radio, both our digital radio frequencies. Preview channel 711. You can listen online as well via BBC Sounds. Leeds United fans, reach in to 92.4 FM for your build-up away in the capital, where Leeds United are away at Fulham this afternoon. We welcome Andy Kiwamia and Matt Glennon alongside me. I mean, let's start with the victors. Andy Kiwamia, where did that all go right for City today?
I think they just shell-shocked Huddersfield out when they got the goal. The goals changed games, and that's certainly what happened. Bradford City got the first goal, they got the second goal quite quickly after that. And then we were in dreamland, and the third goal went in, and I think Huddersfield were just in shock and couldn't really recover from that.
Matt, where did that all go wrong for Town?
Exactly what Andy just said. It was all going well. They were looking good, apart from the actual quality of the set pieces and the final ball, which was actually all over the place. They were looking good. Great movement. Castledine, when he got on the ball, looked like he had acres of space. Harness as well was driving forward. It was all going well. But then just a quick bang, 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 back of the net, and the game just changed. And Town again just didn't recover from it. They had a little spell in their first half, but then just that fragility was there for all to see again. Where's the talking? Where's the instruction across the back line? Why is nobody organising and saying, right, let's get to half time? Even when you go 2, you do not go 3. In extra time, you do not go 3. And I think we're going to have people talking about concerns. I'll be talking about concerns because it's 3 in the first half of a game of football, again, with experienced defenders. You know, I mean, people who want to play for their international teams playing in that back line. Lads who have played hundreds of games championship in that back line. And nobody's just saying, right, that's it, done. That's just done. That's it, done. 1, 2 tops, we get to half time. 2's not great. 3's a disaster.
Yeah, 3 is a disaster from a Huddersfield Town point of view. We were still concerned, Andy, because Town did come out and play well for that first opening sort of 15, basically until City got their opening goal. It looked like Town were going to give them a real run for the money.
Yeah, certainly. Bradford City were trying to contain Huddersfield Town for the first 15-20 minutes of the game, and it was just about really trying to settle into the game because they had such a good start in Huddersfield. But again, you know, in derby games we know especially, you know, form counts for nothing, you know, and possession counts for nothing. You've got to really, when you get your chances, take them, and that is what the game was about today. Bradford City took their chances when they had their chances, and then they dominated in possession because of the confidence that came with finishing.
Let's go straight to the phone lines then. Bradford City fans, Huddersfield Town fans, you are both very welcome to join us this afternoon. City fans, if you would like to celebrate what's particularly impressed you about your team's performance this afternoon. Huddersfield Town fans, if you need to rage a bit, this is why we are here, and I think Mark falls into that category. Afternoon, Mark, Huddersfield Town fan, I mean, where do you start with that?
First off, I'm glad the tickets to this fixture went on sale before the 9:30 deadline, because I would have been probably arrested at that game today. I am absolutely furious. I've not been this apoplectic with rage after a performance for several seasons.